Hello, everyone.
What's up, good people?
Hello, hello. We're starting about, I'm going to put the intro in about 2 minutes.
Okay, just saying hello. Give him a light right.
Hello. Good light.
Happy hello. I'm sorry. I thought it started at 8. So that's why I was freaking out. I thought I missed it. I just have to go close something really quickly and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Uh, welcome. I guess we're gonna jump right into it. Let me prepare myself here. Okay. Hi everyone. Welcome, welcome. I think we still got people coming in. My name is Steph Love, and I will be your host for this evening for this beautiful celebration of women. It is Women's History Month. You are going to hear 10 amazing, ridiculously talented women. Oh my gosh, I am so very excited. Let's see, I have to go with my itinerary here. So we talked about what we're doing tonight. There will be several commercial breaks in between because there's definitely a lot of events coming up that we would like to promote. Let's see what else. There will be an open mic that follows the show. So if you are interested in participating in that afterwards, just put your name in the chat. I will write your name down and do my best to read my handwriting later. So, so welcome. A little bit about me. I am the Slam Master for Verbbender Slam Team here in Norfolk, Virginia. I've been performing spoken word for 12 years now, and I love it. I'm a teaching artist, a host, poet, spoken word artist, cat lady, foodie, vinyl collector, and a new homeowner. So I can add that to my list. So So yeah. All right, we got our first open micer. So I will make sure that I write that name down. Let me make sure that I'm going on my itinerary. Let's see. I think we went over everything. Of course, the Zoom etiquette. If you are joining us, please make sure that you are muted. Because what's always fun about these Zoom events is when people join and you hear like chaos and ruckus in the background, yelling at kids, doing the dishes and all sorts of stuff. You know, it's great. So yeah, all right. So yeah. So without further ado, are we ready to get the show started? Can we unmute and make some noise?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Woo, woo,
She ready.
woo.
Yes, yes,
Hey,
yes.
everybody.
Right. So I am gonna be bringing up our first poet. Let me just bring up their bio. All right. So our first poet for the evening, as soon as it loads on my computer, thanks technology for moving slow. And maybe I'll just, oh, okay. All right, it's coming up. All right, thinking about it. All right, first poet for this evening, Talea, did I say that right? Talea Hurd, AKA Tik-Tok You Don't Stop, is a showstopper that you don't want to miss. Not only is she a triple threat, she's a quadruple threat. She's a spoken word artist, host, playwright, and soon to be author residing in Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. She is a remarkable woman of God, using her talents to highlight the silent struggles that many people endure. Tik-Tok draws from her real life experiences of domestic violence, racism, sexism, and struggles with mental health to create a voice for those who continue to suffer in silence. She's opened up for other poets and entertainers such as Caroline Rothstein, John Good, I'm gonna say this name wrong, I'm so sorry,
Janahi.
Janahi, G. Yamazawa, and Rashida Jolly. Get ready to be carried on a transcendent journey. Y'all unmute. Please put your hands together for Tik-Tok You Don't Stop.
Yes, go in,
All
poet.
right, let's go.
Thank you, thank you,
Let's
thank
go, let's
you.
go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else. How y'all doing? Thank you so much for letting me be here. I'm going to go ahead and kick it off with some new shit, and I hope you like it. Okay? I am a Black woman. Strong, confident, and sexy. Come get all this thickness and curves for days. Getting it from my mama, and her mama, and then on. These blessings run through my genes. This greatness is heaven sent. I am a generational curse breaker. Will no longer be humbled or shrink myself down to make you feel more comfortable. You can't make a square fit into a circle, so stop trying to force me into boxes because I was born to stand out. I am a Black woman. Discovered stolen treasure. Valuable until I ain't valuable and then I am again. A redundant cycle. Oh honey, the price been up. Since you trapped us with nets, forced us into chains to endure the journey west, raped us then sold our children, forced us to breed in order to build this land of the free, lynched us for your entertainment, parade your lies as Christians when you perform your acts of blasphemy, burning crosses to instill fear inside me, believing your lies are separate but equal in the continuation of your bigotry, stealing more and more what y'all ain't got. Our blood, bodies, work, color, culture. You don't even celebrate our beauty on us and call us everything but a child of God, but slap some greasy, slimy blonde hair on it and then make it trending? Spending everything you have so desperate to look like this, honey, you need to recognize and realize that I am priceless. I'm a Black woman doing it for myself, my family, my friends, my peers, my community, arising in this perfect state of sun-kissed melanin, taking up space and doing the damn thing, speaking loudly because that seems to be the only way you seem to hear me. Always bobbing my head and moving my feet to a beat you can't even get hip to, snapping my fingers because I'm in tune with the earth's rhythm, rolling my eyes and making faces because I can see straight through your bullshit, changing my hair because I'm cool like that and because I motherfucking bought it, moving swiftly and about my money because I am the revolution. I am a Black woman, waking up every day in a country that tells me I'm not meant to be here and that I don't matter until I matter in the ways that don't count. I am me, I am her, I am she, and y'all wouldn't be nothing without we. without us, without me. No more masquerading. Come catch all this fire, because you gonna get all this realness today, because I am a Black woman. And as a Black woman, am tired. I am tired of overcoming, climbing these mountains higher than Everest, taking care of all things and everything, being everywhere and anywhere for one place, refusing to pay me what I'm worth, sick of only being cast as your magical Negro and not getting my credit when I'm the one who's actually saving the motherfucking day. I am a Black woman. Forget your preconceived notions about who you think I am. You better come correct when you step to me, because you are in the presence of royalty. You are in the presence of one of God's chosen ones, his masterpiece. Didn't you know that I am the eighth wonder of the world that y'all like to secretly and silently enjoy? I am the mystery that you don't care to solve until it's time to be your test tube dummy. I am the sugar and the honey all up in that iced tea. I am the moon that pushes the waves to shore. I am the sun shining through your window panes. I am the holy grail of all trophies. I am the air in your lungs and the water in your veins. I am a Black woman, ever present, evermore. I am everlasting joy, easy like a Sunday morning, embracing my femininity, sitting comfortably in my sexuality, knowing that I am worth more than my body, because this kitty is mine. I hold the power. This body is mine, and I am the authority. I am a Black woman. I am the move and the spectrum of all moods. No, don't misconstrue what I say. Put words in my mouth and close my lips, yet you still can't seem to add justice to your plate. I am the timeless fashion you fail to try and to duplicate. I am equations and algorithms, a conundrum of delicacies, depth deep as the darkest part of the ocean. I am a Black woman. I am human with a brain, a heart, 10 fingers and toes, blue underneath until it's red. I feel pain just like you. Yeah, believe it or not. Why, yes, I do. My pain is real, authentic, and no, it's not just in my imaginations. I ain't talking about the temptations. No, it's not just I want to come in here, waste my damn time, pay co-pays and receive some pain pills. It's physical, emotional, painful, and mental. It requires maintenance and attendance too, because I am a Black woman. Beauties and brains, style and grace, fierce and fabulous, ambition filled with boss traits, thought-provoking and breathtaking. I am my ancestors' dream come true. I am proof that prayers get answered. I am the epitome of God's glory and good works, because I am legendary. I am her story. I am a Black woman.
Woo! Woo!
Yes, ma'am.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
that's
Good
fine.
job. Great job. Great job. There it is.
Yeah.
You better do it.
Thank you. Thank you. If you guys want to find more from me and also any of my events, you can just visit TikTokyouDon'tStop.com. That's www.TikTokyouDon'tStop.com. I am so blessed to be a part of this. I'm so sorry I must run. I'm actually closing here at work. And break a leg to everyone else. And I hope I can jump back on Zoom to hear all you wonderful ladies. God bless you. Wear your mask, wash your hands, be safe.
All right, y'all. One more time for TikTok. You don't stop. Yeah. All right. That was so amazing. All right. So we're just going to keep things going. We do hope that TikTok can jump back on later on tonight, if possible. But we are going to jump into our next performer. So let's see. All right. Kim B. Miller's poetry is inspirational. Her words are bold and she is unapologetically blunt. Kim is the Poet Laureate for Prince William County. She is the first African-American Poet Laureate for PWCVA. Her poems have been published in African Voices magazine, a Portuguese book, a DC newspaper, an interfaith anthology, and several magazines and books. Kim performed at the National Black Theater, the Atlas Performing Arts Center, Northern Virginia Community College, and many other venues. Kim has an online store and her website is www.kimbmiller.com. Her latest book is My Poetry is the Beauty You Overlook. Y'all on mute. Please put your hands together for Kim B. Miller.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
Love this book.
Yes.
Thank y'all, beautiful
Bang, 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 bang.
I'm loving y'all. So my first one is called Not Magic. I hate the term black girl magic. Now, before you roll your eyes, try to see through mine. Magic is a trick, a show. It's not permanent. So when the show is over, so is the magic. I don't want sisters to perform anymore. While others pull a magic rabbit out of their hat, we're pulling out degrees and we're still overlooked. We have busted out behind in every category: education, employment, personal development, broken stereotypes and watch you tried to build them back together again. Ran out tracking for office, and the only thing you would come up with is magic? For so many sisters, it's depression using Maybelline for cover. Depression has straightened more hair than grease, yet we persist. Not all charcoal burns the same. Saying we're magic strips us of our accomplishment. Speaking of magic, how you keep making Black women disappear? So many of us are missing. Is that the magic you speak of? Black girls have never been magical. We work twice as hard for less. Yet Black girls are self-taught, but we don't go to no magic school. Our DNA is not made of sparkle. So if you see some residue glitter, no, that's just us shedding skin for more greatness. Black girls ain't magic. We're ancestral sunshine and Black rain. We brighten up your soul while watering your day. But don't let all this light fool you. We dive deep into darkness to show this light. Our pain isn't allowed, so we hide it well. Is that the magic you speak of? The ability to look happy while struggling? We are not magical. We are strength personified, encapsulated with perseverance. We just want to be our own definition of whole. You see, I've seen too many sisters working to elevate themselves, so I cannot let you reword our efforts to make it effortless. Keep your salt. We only want seasoning. You can't throw shade at Black women. We used to sitting in it. You want to honor us? Say you never seen someone so determined to get ready for a party, she's not expected to attend, and then show up and be one of the most majestic people in the room, all while juggling, she too much, and hater it in her back pocket. Say Black women be warriors for tripling our effort for one job. Say we are paintbrushes that don't need to be dipped in paint to show color. Magic don't make masterpieces. We do.
Can we
So-
clap? Can we clap it up? Can we clap it up one time? I know you're
Yes,
not done, but I just want to make sure
ma'am.
everyone
We were
unmutes
waiting
and
on
claps for
more.
that.
All
My
right.
God.
That was awesome. We do. Yes. Good job. Good job.
Thank you, thank you. So I'm gonna do some haikus for you guys. Haikus are really short poems, only 3 lines. 5 syllables, 17 syllables. I'm talking strange. 17 syllables, 575. Make a point. Started in Japan, only on Nation Flowers. Other countries switched it up because we gotta mess good stuff up. That's what we do. And so now it could be on any subject. Here we go, haiku. Strong women are not unbreakable. We just know you ain't the hammer.
That's right.
Haiku. In order for me to be a gold digger, don't you have to have gold?
Rewind.
Rewind. Haiku. In order for me to be a gold digger, don't you have to have gold?
Yes.
Haiku. Protected sometimes. Black women are like pork with the other white meat. Haiku. Dear women poets, they won't protect you. Poetry is not a verb. Haiku. How you had hate outside poem? You can't. Haiku. Didn't earn my respect. Can't even spell respect without a Aretha. Haiku. Once you find the right king, you won't have to play chess. He won't want the pawns.
Yes.
Haiku. Why shouldn't he cheat on you when you cheat on you? Crumbs are all you want, sis. Haiku. Get counseling. Your mate is not your therapist. They're your victim. Haiku. Stop blaming men for having baggage when you have a storage unit.
Shots fired.
Let me see what to end with. Haiku. Sierra didn't know she had the wrong future till she started wrestling. You like what you hear? My poetry is the beauty you overlook. 10 poems, 10 Kimisms, 100 haiku. I appreciate y'all.
Love, love, love those Kimisms, girl.
Wow, they don't call her the haiku
Awesome.
queen or nothing.
Awesome, awesome, awesome job. Great job.
Thank you.
Amazing. That was amazing. Was that all you have for us this evening? That's all you got for us?
Well, I always
know,
have
like
more
you just
now.
dropped a lot of fire, but I'm just saying, like.
I always have more now. I thought I was at my time now. I can keep going.
Can we get one more? Can we get one more?
Of course. Any particular subject?
I always say whatever's on your heart. So.
Ooh, heart. Okay, let's see, heart one. Okay, this one tends to be a good one. A good one to end with. Haiku. They thought they broke you, but you're a glow stick. They just exposed your light.
Yes. Y'all give it up for Kim G.
Yes.
Miller.
Bang, bang, bang. You better do it. You better do it.
Better
That's too much.
Greatness.
My
Yes,
goodness.
queen.
Amazing.
You
Kim,
did
have
that.
I seen
Felt
you
that.
have I seen you at Southern Pride? You were in the haiku death match, right?
Yes, 2019 Southern Fried Haiku Champion.
Okay, all right, okay. That's what I missed 19 one. Oh my gosh. I was gonna say you have to do the death match if you didn't before. So I'm glad to hear that you did. So all right, y'all. Thank you so much, Kim. We are gonna keep things rolling with our next poet, and of course, technology is failing me right now. Okay, our next poet. Let me pull up her bio. All right. All right, Mrs. KaNikki Jakarta is the first African-American poet laureate of Alexandria, Virginia. She is an award-winning performance poet who has toured the US and the UK. KaNikki is the author of 3 novels, 2 poetry collections, a memoir, a short story, poetry collection entitled Alabama Girl, Virginia Woman, and the co-author of The Ultimate Guide to Self-Healing, Volume 2. Ms. Jakarta has been interviewed and featured in newspapers and magazines to include the Alexandria Times, Alexandria Gazette, Patch, and Northern Virginia magazines. She's been featured on podcasts, radio stations, and TV stations to include WUSA 9 and Comcast. She hosts #KaNikki Harmony, First Mondays open mic night at Busboys and Poets, Virginia. She facilitates a quarterly workshop entitled Write Like a Woman in Alexandria, Virginia, a virtual monthly workshop entitled Prep to Publish, and offers KaNikki for Kids, a virtual ASL and affirmation class for children ages 6 through 11. She presents poets and platforms under the umbrella of a weekly online women-led artistic experience entitled Keep the Mic On, where she is the co-founder. If you think that something she says on the mic might change your life, you're probably right. So without further ado, y'all unmute. Please put your hands together for Mrs. KaNikki Jakarta.
Give it up for
Bang,
my
bang, bang,
queen.
bang, bang, bang. You better do it.
Go in,
What up,
poet.
go queen?
Down.
Let's
Go
go, VA.
in.
Come through, poet.
Okay, I had to follow Kim, so I'm gonna have to start with a haiku because I'm gonna have to start with a haiku. So everything that I'm reading is available in my poetry and short story collection entitled Alabama Girl, Virginia Woman. Okay, haiku. Title: Together, separately. I gave you my all, realized I needed myself, left you with yourself. And bam. So I had to go ahead and start that off right there. So, I had to do it because Kim. All right, so I'm gonna give y'all a KaNikki quote, which is also haikus, KaNikki quotes in here. Let me see what I want to give you. Okay, here we go. Be careful of those who come into your circle and call themselves friends, because when those so-called friends becomes enemies, your business becomes everyone's. I'm saying. Okay. All right. I lied. I'm gonna read y'all a new piece. It's not new, but it's something that I wrote for a commission piece for Alexandria, talking about the slavery and how the Black people overcame in Alexandria. Okay. And this is not in the book, but it's entitled Awaiting. Many Black people that I know are afraid of the ocean. Not the textbook definition of feeling fear, but those who draw near are only willing to wade. They are afraid to make waves in a history that may sweep them away into an undercurrent of history repeating itself. Because screaming help didn't assist our ancestors. In fact, the wading in the water was a way to wash away a human scent to leave dogs' noses no evidence of them being there. A passageway to freedom calling their names so quietly only a soul could hear. To draw near to that history is a stirring in my bone, an undertone that we put on mute to silence what was never right. Sometimes to win a fight, we put up a fight or we get out of sight and we yearn to be seen beyond the horizon, farther than the possible ability to see sight. So in this time, there will be no repeat of history. We know where we came from. We know our definitions. No more plantations. We're on a staycation for the duration of our own imagination. We move in fascination like the flow of water. We are the sons and daughters of our forefathers who left traces of themselves through blood, sweat, and tears in years of painful yesterdays. Imagine being enslaved during the slave trade and thought of as a commodity, standing on docks in auction block of people of African descent, who didn't know the possibility of an escape in those days, but they were taught how to wave. Through laborers leaving legacies, knowing how to bob in weaves, knitting together stories of unities, a compass pointing in all directions of a lifeline, a Negro spirituals while peering through church windows, we are stained glass with colorful exterior of a painful past. They called our neighborhood the bottom. 8 miles from the Potomac River where Black people were free. Built our own homes and called it a community. Yet many Black people that I know have a fear of the ocean, but in their daily motions, they move through history like the flow of water, absorbing over, above, under, and around a railroad and an underground to freedom. It's not that we don't know how to swim. We can propel our bodies through water using our limbs. It's that deep down, we know that our ancestors didn't swim for pleasure in those days. It's not that we are afraid. It's that we rather move through our lives like the flow of water and wade. Okay. All right. Had to read that one. Okay. Let me see. KaNikki quote. It is irresponsible to give someone responsibility who is irresponsible. There it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. This is entitled Young Flower. She bloomed much too soon for her intellect. She learned much too slow to gain self-respect. Plucked before she familiarized herself with her own roots and the foundation that she'd grown from. No one told her to stay rooted in the garden until she had learned to set herself apart. No one told her to guard her heart because she was beautiful and told often, like a flower in a garden of weeds. She was pleased with compliments, and it was evident that she was young, sprung from good genes, but no genius. If she was smart enough to know that she was sitting on a gold mine, but in hard times she'd work that, but didn't know her self-worth. If she did, she'd know that it wasn't worth selling, not even for food, not even for rent, not even for compliments, not even for the power of being independent and alone. Her dark brown face in a state of bitter indignation at having been treated unfairly by herself. If only she didn't accept this definition from someone else. If only she could perceive that she was untainted seed planted on good ground for germination, growth, and population. If only she'd make room in her head space to validate her very existence. If only she viewed her life as learning experiences. She was soft-spoken. She was unbroken, buried in her own darkness. If only someone would tell her, young lady, give yourself a new title because you're so entitled. Young lady, it may seem like you're buried in this darkness, but you were planted here, so your roots are here. All you have to do is bloom again. All right, all right, all right. Okay, I'm gonna have to do something a little sexy. I gotta give y'all well-rounded stuff up in here. Let me see if we got any men in here. Men say yeah.
Yeah.
Like two
I'm here.
men.
Right here.
Yeah, what's good? Greetings
Yep,
from
yep, yep.
Belgium.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm here, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know, I gotta do a little love. Gotta give y'all the well-rounded situation. Okay, here we go. This is entitled Hunt Me Down. I heard that men are like hunters, like to play seek and hide, so I've slowed down my stride just so you can catch me. Wet like water so you can fetch me. Flexible so you can stretch me. Didn't want to make this task too hard. Took off my camouflage so I can be seen in plain sight, so you can see what love looked like. Wanted to appease your appetite. I made a trail for you. I threw rose petals at my own feet. I'm a fast talking country girl, so I slowed down my speech. Running in this heat, increase my pheromones. Let me hear panting in your baritone, the clacking of my heels, a monotone, a mating call stiletto, increasing your heart rate with an echo. Take out your arrow, be my Cupid, aim for me. Pierce me with your dagger, create a swagger just for me. Change my first and last name to Alpha and Omega and howl it in your dialect. Baptize me with your sweat. Oh, but you have to catch me first. Pursue me like I'm your only religion. My body is the temple and I'm your church. Don't run too fast now. I don't want you to fall and get hurt. The maze to my heart might be a little bit much. You like to run right. Run on over in my direction. This is perfection at its best. Don't even take time to rest because I've heard that men are like hunters. Let me be your prey. And I pray that you don't get tired. Thank you very much. And you guys can follow me anywhere but home on social media. My name is KaNikki J. It is KaNikki. So it's KaNikki. One more time now. KaNikki.com. Thank you very much.
Right. Great job.
Thank you.
Y'all keep it going for KaNikki Jakarta.
That was good. I just said
Alabama
quick.
girl.
In my
She's
case,
a woman.
I was the hunter.
Word.
Amazing.
Yeah, my wife was the hunter and I was the hunted.
Wow, you was the hunted.
Ma'am.
I was gonna say, KaNikki, I feel like the last time I saw you, we were in a slam together, years ago.
Years ago.
It was hosted by Godchild. It was you. It was 13. It was Roscoe. Vision. Vision ended up beating everybody. And it's I think it was Vision's birthday yesterday. But I think that was the last time I saw you. But congrats on all of the things that you have going on. Please make sure that you drop everything in the chat so we can all find you and find the things that you do. So thank you again.
Thank you.
All right, so I do want to interject really fast and say if you'd like to sign up for the open mic that will take place after tonight's lineup, make sure you put your name in the chat or you can send me a private message. I have 3 names on the list so far. If I missed you, I'm sorry. We'll figure it out later, I promise. So, all right, so we're gonna keep this list going. Our next performer, I have too many windows open. Here it is. All right, next performer. Tonie Sheeley, AKA The Quiet Storm, has been on the poetry circuit for a little while, has done a little acting in local theater and New York. Originally from Jersey City, New Jersey, a retired black belt in Korean karate, a minimalist who firmly believes less is more. She is the owner of an organizing company called the Clutter Clearers INC and is an all-around lover of the arts. Y'all welcome to this virtual stage, Mrs. Tonie Sheeley.
Hey.
Yes,
Hey.
Boom, 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 boom.
Welcome.
Let's go.
What is up?
Auntie, I love you.
I love you too, Jenna Mae. What's up? Good to see and hear everybody. Glad to be here. I'll jump right in. The antithesis of this is this. It's bliss and split with fixed bullshit, writ to fit to emit spirit. Get it? It's rhetoric. Quick click switch back to which is this. Antithesis stitched and pitched, inflections that bewitch, epidiotic displays, bombastic essays, phrase to dismay, amaze, and convey wordplay. That's that piece. All right, y'all.
You better. I was snapping.
All right. Emotions buried don't die. Believe me, y'all, I've tried. They grow and fester inside, choking your step and stride because you've denied how you feel inside. You thought they subside, this emotional ride, creating the great divide, crushing your pride. Your growth and strive is to survive the great lie that what's inside will stay inside. I've implied you can't hide, be strong and decide. You've got to provide. Mind's eye. I've always been an emotional recluse, got my neck in a self-inflicted noose. For too long, I've made the excuse. Why say anything? What's the use? Now the stranglehold has been induced. I've become unrecognizably abstruse. Living like this will send you to an early grave. I thought keeping things in showed that I was brave. Emotions buried don't die. Believe me, y'all, I've tried. They grow and fester inside, choking your step and stride, causing death while you're still alive. Emotions buried don't die. All right. I had the privilege to be a part of a cast of women, and Cast is Free was part of that cast. I play the Lady in Red, the play for colored girls who have considered suicide when the rainbow is enough. Here's a snippet from that play. Without any assistance or guidance from you, I have loved you assiduously for 8 months, 2 weeks, and a day. I've been stood up 4 times. I've left 7 packages on your doorstep, 40 poems, 2 plants, and 3 handmade note cards. I left town so I could send them to you. You have been no help to me on my job. You call me up at 3 o'clock in the morning on weekdays so I can drive 27.5 miles across the bay before I go to work. Charming, charming. But you are of no assistance. I want you to know that this was an experiment to see how selfish I could be, if I could really carry on to snare a possible lover, if I was capable of debasing myself for the love of another, if I could stand not being wanted when I wanted to be wanted, and I cannot. So with no further assistance or guidance from you, I am ending this affair. This note is attached to a plant I have been watering since the day I met you. You may water it your damn self.
You better do it.
Like
I've
that.
been.
Yes.
That was still flawless.
Yes,
That was still
ma'am.
flawless.
Yes.
I was waiting for the damn stuff.
I'm gonna end it with a little song that I love. I learned this song working with a lady who I call my second mother. It's entitled Cariñosa. Kung gandang pag-uusapan ay higit na ang Pilipina, salungut man saligaya, karinyosa rin at masaya. Sagik ng man ng kahirapan, masigla pa rin kung kumilos, Pilipina ay karinyosa sa pag-irog. Ay hirang sinta kitang tunay, puso mo igno, pangarap ng bawat nagmahal, ay mutya, yaman ka sa buhay, binada ay duka, pag di ka na kamtan. Thank y'all. Thank y'all very much. I appreciate it.
Y'all unmute and clap it up for
Clap it.
Tonie,
Yeah.
Sheeley.
Bang, 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 bang.
Be diverse.
Bang, 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 bang.
That was so dope.
Yes, ma'am.
Amazing. It's always a pleasure to hear you, Tonie.
Come on, poet.
Thank
I
you,
wanted
Steph.
I wanted to ask you a question. Was that Tagalog?
Yes.
Okay. I caught the Mahal and the Mabuhay. So.
Okay. Love that song.
Awesome. Thank you so much for
Thank
that.
you. Thank you.
All right. It's been a while since I've seen Tonie as well. You know, virtual world. I featured her with her many times, and we love her here in the 757. So yeah, we're gonna keep it going. Again, if you want to get on the list, I have 7 names now. I hope that's the amount of names that has put their names in the chat. Again, we'll figure it out later. I promise. I won't forget you. I promise. But if you'd like to sign up, definitely send me a message or drop it in the chat. And yeah, so we're gonna keep it going. We are halfway through our lineup for this evening, and our next performer, born in the Gulf of Mexico, now residing in the desert, she is a mother of 2 sons. She is a voice for prison reform, a mental health advocate pursuing her first dream of creating inconquerable spaces for vulnerability in the poetic world. She is a kingmaker, queenmaker, advocate of compassion and love. She is a co-host of the Grapevine Sway LLC Open Mic Showcase, which hosts weekly open mic platforms, as well as co-host of the award-winning El Paso Barbed Wire open mic series, which airs every Monday. She is currently completing her first book, Giving CPR to My Dreams, Volume 2020, as well as constructing her second manuscript, My Abyss, which is a poetic depiction of living through incarcerated love. She is love, peace, and light, and compulsive, destructive fire when necessary. She is becoming. Y'all, welcome to the virtual stage. Unmute and put your hands together. Make some noise for the poet, Con.
Oh, poet, poet.
Hey. Bang, 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 bang,
Go
bang,
Connie,
bang, bang,
baby.
bang, bang.
Come on, girl.
Hey.
Hi, y'all.
Bless us with your fire tonight, sister.
So I want to dedicate this to all my women. My first piece. This is called Supernova. I do not know where the discord began, where you fell into an idea of not, but you are stellar, supernova, juggernaut. There you are, creating a way when there is not, taking old fabrics, designing new patterns every day, saving the day somehow, some way. Queen. I do not know where the discord began, but you were never, ever meant to rot. You are stellar, supernova, juggernaut. That is what you are, an exploding star. That's my first piece. Woo-hoo. For my queens.
Woo!
Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all.
All right, snap, 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 snap.
I'm getting my screen situated here. Just bear with me if I could get it to just slide over. Anyway, can y'all still see me? Because I can't see you at the moment.
We can see you.
Yep, we can see you.
Okay, I apologize. All right. I love me today. In love with words unspoken. Heart broken, mind free. Who is it? It's me. I love me today in spite of everything I have been through, all the things I have done wrong. I made it here moderately harmed. It's true. Things are far from my plan. I gave God the upper hand, took the back seat, not necessarily a sign of defeat, protecting my virtue. It's no longer for sale or a plea of self-pity. I get it now. I gathered all my jewels and I'm taking them with me. I love me today. Accepted this permanence and this bottomless pit it caused, a hopeless drama. Well, it does not have to be. I gave me a chance. There is still some good here, someone still worthy of true love. I love me today. I found it. I must surrender this collection of unfortunate events so I can nourish the talent that heaven sent. There is no way around it. Today, I smile in spite of my fears and doubts. I laugh when I long to cry. Everything is what it should be by far. Although I'm from Corpus Christi, Texas, I am still a star who messed up along the way and abandoned the organic identity because there is just no way this could happen to me. Finally, actualize a painful reality. I realized that being grateful is no more than being able to anticipate the play from the alternate hand, to anticipate the play from the alternate hand, from the side of your table, from the comfort of your seat. Reaping what I sow, sowing what I reap, I finally found stock worthy of my investment. Just met a woman who possesses an eclectic essence. She holds it down. She never gives up. Rolls her sleeves up. Jazz on, incense burning, rolling a sweet up. In my robe, in my bed, in my room, watching shades of blue, enjoying myself. Nothing had become more foreign. Ask me for a list of things I enjoy, and I would say I do not own them, but finally, my heart is broken, mind is free, finally open to the novelty of tomorrow being better. I love me today, a love real and true. I found me today. There's no telling what I can do. There is no telling what I can do. And I'm gonna give y'all a sensual piece. You kissed, you teased, you licked and left me looking, lurking, longing. I tapped in, you tapped out, leaving my spot untapped. You held me, seeking comfort I did not have to give you. I wanted more. My desire for the unquenchable leaves me trapped in unfulfilled urges for splurges of your continual deep stroke. Your tender member could not handle the depths of my trap. You left me untapped. I got one more piece for you. This is an ode to my Black women. This is called Hair Riot. I am a Black woman doing all I can to stand in this nomad's land. Everything the light touches is tarnished. I retreat to my closet, a walking hazard, harlot. Heart beats to outshine defeat. My entire culture is proving the vulture wrong. A protest for a smile. My hair, a riot. Only one way to stop it now. Pow, pow, pow. Still cannot stop it. Wow. Yeah, this afro hair got gravity on its tippy toes. The strength and the stride of my nose. I scare the tyrant with silence. Defiant smile for the malicious, viciously sexy, labeled a sex fiend per the price of her enjoyment. I now enjoy guilt-free. Oh, so insane, this reign of pain. I changed the climate amongst other things. Amongst other things, failed to mention I am a queen, but I am scared. I do not want to be here. American fear, white privilege. I hear my son say, Mommy, nowhere is safe for the Black man to run or play. 10 years old, reality shattered. I come through with the dustpan and mop, clean up on aisle, stop killing and imprisoning our Black fathers so Black boys and Black daughters do not feel they have to seal the deal to help their single mothers who are dealing with the fact that the concealed fact that Black boys and Black daughters are set up to fall victim to the captivity of a fatherless reign. Oh, so insane, this reign of pain, a plan intended for the Black woman to be the breadwinner, the goal getter, the goal getter, the non-quitter, the true Jew. Every day her strength is renewed. I pop a pill or two. Somehow, every day, I do not know how I do it. It ain't easy being Black while Black. I pack a purse with words pressed down, shaken together. Verses and stanzas in my hands, I present them when least expected. I am divinely protected, my heart never neglected. Mantras from the ancestors reminding me of what these words can do. The words I repeat are my reality, so everything is working out for me. Everything is working out for me. I lyrically expectorate joy, chisel through till I see you. If I was the one to save us, race would not be. Giving CPR to my dreams, how far are we from the hospital? Black woman, demographically subjected to the sun. I am the fad you chase, the one you stare down to bear down, you dare to compare now. How does she manipulate the plane like a pilot with a protest for a smile and a head full of riot? Thank you.
What?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, all to that.
That was fire.
Yes.
Straight up.
Thank you. Yes.
Just want to keep it going one more time. We're going to clap it up again for the Poet Con. That was amazing. That was amazing. Thank you so much for that.
That was
Thank
dope.
you to all the poets before me and the speaker and the lovely host. Thank y'all so much for this event. Appreciate y'all. It's awesome to be on the panel with you guys.
Awesome. Make sure you drop your stuff. We want to follow you. We want to find the things that you do and all of the things. So make sure you drop it in the chat. Thank you again. And yeah, we just gonna keep it going on this Saturday evening. But real fast, unmute. Tell me how you're feeling. Is everybody feeling good out there?
Feeling good.
Okay.
Yes.
Got your drink of choice, got your, your libation of choice, hanging out, water. Water, definitely.
Yes, water on the rocks.
Water on the rocks. Anybody drinking tonight? What are we
Yeah,
drinking?
yeah. Much love from Belgium. It's like almost 4 o'clock in the morning out here.
Oh my God.
All right, shout out to Belgium in the building.
Nice.
Are you drinking? Is the question.
National.
Are you drinking? I'm just kidding. Probably not.
You know I got my wine.
Okay.
Hennessy out this bad.
Hey,
Hennessy
that's
and
what's up.
poetry. I like it. I like it a lot.
Nay.
All righty. All right, y'all. We are gonna keep it going with our next performer. Madeline Garcia, aka Mattie G, is a proud Afro-Latina spoken word artist of Dominican descent. Her life and her culture have given her a perspective that's loud and clear in her poetry. She has been published in different anthologies and has been a member of the Verbbender Slam team since its inception. She is proud to be a part of the 757 poetry scene, and in her words, can't wait to show you what's next. Y'all put your hands together for my teammate, my boo, my sister, my friend, Miss Mattie G.
Mattie G! Hey! Bang, 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 bang. Mattie!
Si no me has escuchado antes, entonces no has de saber que soy americana desde la cabeza hasta los pies, pero al caminar mi historia me sigue. Escucho el susurro de mis orígenes que me gritan al oído lo que mi corazón siempre ha de saber. Que tengo sangre taína, que soy afro-latina, influencias yoruba en mi canción. El tuntuneo opresivo, el ritmo luchador y progresivo, el güiro y tambora que son parte de mi son. But I will say it again. If you haven't heard me before, you may not know that I am as American as they come, but as I walk, history follows and whispers in my ear what my heart already knows. Que tengo sangre taína, que soy Afro-Latina, full of Yoruba songs, the beats of oppression, the rhythms of redemption, the two-stepping merengue dancing in this Dominican soul. That I understand the responsibility that I represent, the freedom that I inherited by being born in the United States, the look in the mirror that never lets me forget that my ancestors' stories come in different shades. In the Dominican Republic, people still live afraid of the negative reaction melanated skin can get. There, I am considered trigueña. Here, I am negra, yet this pride is still the same. I hate that I wasted so much time keeping my hair straight, as if trying to force out the identity kinks out of my head, that this pelo malo or bad hair expression was just an attempt to degrade one of my dominant African traits. You see, I'm a proud mulata, and that simply meant that my hair has character. It should have never taken me so many years to accept this black and white history that's tangled within my curls. Today, I understand that speaking English is imperative because this is the United States, but my Spanish will forever represent a direct connection, assimilation, this common thread that's weaving this blanket of history, hugging each one of myself, connecting my parents' legacy to my current space, projecting who I am to who I will teach my children to be, because I strongly believe that one of the best privileges that I've enjoyed next to being free is growing up as a proud American, still celebrating the Dominican in me. Thank you, y'all.
Honey, yes. Yes. You better do that shit.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, damn.
Snap,
The
snap,
Dominican
snap.
in me.
All right.
Okay, I wasn't drinking nothing, but I need something to drink after that one.
Tangling my curls. Yes, honey. Yes. You better do that.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Steph. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for putting this amazing lineup together. The poets have been amazing. I love you all. So, okay.
Love you, Mattie.
Thank you, Titi. My titis are here. A couple of them. My brother is here. So thank you all for the support. For a long time, I had to endure this internal fight because what I thought was not at all what I sounded like. Until one day I was forced to explain, finding words to express the sound that's birthed when my tongue spits the thoughts in my head. I have to first understand that I am special. My sound is not a curse, but a gift, and my duality nothing short than a privilege, because I am unique and no one else sounds like me. Well, maybe similar, but at the conception, mommy burned the recipe. I was baked in sabor, alborotao, a one-of-a-kind mambo de zacatao, dancing in my mouth, languages that two-step, crossing over each other, right and left. One will reverse in the circle while the other will cha-cha step. Clap, sounds you cannot replicate. Even if you measure the quantity, that will never flow the same as the rivers of tamboras that are flowing through my blood. A one-of-a-kind accent that's been molded to my tongue, a mix of Dominican Spanish with English from the Bronx. Indio Taino influences have been affixed to my bones. A sound that comes at you, not making sense until you take the extra step to discover the substance of everything I just said. Or do I need to repeat myself again? Believe me, I comprehend, but I have learned to accept the thoughts that come out of my head. When my tongue gives that twist, I have learned to love this, my accent.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so I just kind of wanted to, kind of introduce you guys a little bit to my culture. Like I mentioned before, I talk a lot about my culture, where I come from. I'm very proud of my roots. And I just kind of wanted to give you guys a taste. This next two poems that I am gonna close with, I lost my brother last October. He had a massive heart attack while driving, and by the time the ambulance came to him, he was already gone. My brother was a lover of the arts, and he loved music. So every time he found music or a song or something that spoke to him, he would always send it to me. And one day he sent me this song and he just texted me the song and said, "I love you." So he dedicated the song to me, and that's where this poem came from. And this poem is called Bonita, and I am not a singer, so excuse me up front. If no one has ever told you, let me be the first. In case you have forgotten, let me remind you again. But never ever forget that you are beautiful, bonita. Like a princess, you are beautiful. God made you beautiful, and there's nothing missing. Si nadie te lo ha dicho, yo te lo diré. Si acaso lo olvidaste, te lo recordaré. Pero por favor ya no lo dudes y no lo olvides jamás, jamás, jamás. Eres bonita, 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 como una princesa, bonita, bonita. Así Dios te hizo bonita, bonita. No te hace falta nada, no te hace falta nada. Look at her. She is the reflection of perfection, the perfect explanation of what beautiful is, how she should always feel. Yet her mirror retaliates, reminding her not to forget what she ate yesterday. The minute that pleasure was added into the equation, eating became an ingestion of insecurities and self-doubt, all piled on her plate, accompanied by self-hate, finding their way to her hips, her thighs, her curves. Get a hold of yourself, she says. How much could you have gained from the joy included in every bite? Letting self-deprecation become an aftertaste, she repeats to herself. A little bit extra doesn't make me any less. A longer shirt will have to do for today. Her hair, her beautiful curls adorning her face. Curls full of stories waiting to be told, strong. Yet her mirror stares back with a sinister smirk, hoping that her fingers get stuck under her waves, that her self-confidence drowns or goes away. Breathe and look again. Your curls represent information, a carbon copy of your DNA, coiled and rough like the road first traveled by your predecessors, your ancestors who had to be creative and fight so that you could inherit the right to survive, so that today you could represent them with pride. So fluff it up. Your curly hair should not be adorned by shame. It should not even be a factor in the size of the smile that you give to the world each day. You see, beauty is a feeling that we get to know. And once we do, we own. The secret to preservation is to hold on and never let it go. Bonita, empty your pockets and shake out the words you unconsciously hang on to self-mutilate. Don't pay attention to what others have to say. And when the mirror starts acting up, do not be afraid. You see, we are responsible for the images transposed from the mirror into the brain. And when we don't like what we see, only we possess the power to change until the image being seen and the one being relayed become one of the same. But it will start with those first words that you utter about yourself. So before you open your mouth, never forget, you see, God made you and God makes no mistakes. Eres bonita, 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 como una princesa, bonita, bonita. Así Dios te hizo bonita, bonita. No te hace falta nada, no te hace falta nada. Eres bonita.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Que bonita. Bonita, thank you. Okay. I wrote this piece yesterday. And again, I want to dedicate this last piece to my brother. I miss him always, and I will love him wherever he is. So they say grief comes in waves. And I just keep trying not to drown in this ocean of feelings, because there are days when I keep trying to hold my breath because I'm about to wipe out and I see it coming. Work myself into white waters, and in the middle of turmoil, it is impossible to see an end to the pain. The waves unleash with fury and hit me with everything they have. And I try to stand upright, but what you can't see is there's a tsunami brewing inside the cord of an ocean that has been broken, and the dams of my eyelids can no longer hold it in. They say grief comes in waves, but no one told me how to carry this fucking ocean in my chest. That losing you will cause flooding to the mention of your name. That I thought we would have more time to say all the things we should have said. I guess that's why too much salt water has an unpleasant taste. Why your skin wrinkles if you spend too much time submerged. A reminder that we're not meant to stay there. That even though in my mind, I'd rather stay engulfed in your essence, asphyxiated by how much losing you hurts, I also remember your laugh, how you loved me, how you always had my back. Like a life vest, that feeling brings me to the top, and I stand and I find my balance, and I rise this one until it happens again. Because you know what they say? They say grief comes in waves. Thank you.
Y'all love you. Clap it up for Mattie G.
Much love, Coach.
Yes.
Much love.
What's up, Madam
That was
Nine?
so
Nine
good.
Voice.
That was amazing,
That was so
Mattie.
good.
Peace to your brother.
Thank you.
Mattie, we love you so much. Thank you so much for sharing that with us tonight. Make sure to drop all of the things that we can follow you on in the chat. And yeah, that's my teammate, y'all. I just had to say that.
Mattie, I love you. It's beautiful. Thank you for sharing.
Yes, thank you so much again for sharing that, especially that being fresh off the press and being very fresh in general. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I went to commercial break again and say, if you'd like to sign up for the open mic, make sure you drop your name in the chat. I hope I got your name, I'm just saying. So yeah. All right, so next up on the virtual stage here, let me pull up my my bio cards here. All right. Kimberly Shaw is a native of Charleston, South Carolina, and a mother of 2 amazing boys with autism and other special needs that keep her on her toes. She's a graduate of Winthrop University in Rock Hill, South Carolina, where she earned a Bachelor of Arts degree in mass communication. She has been writing poetry for almost 3 decades and enjoys the craft heavily. She has performed some of her work on Right About Now's virtual open mic stage, The Word is Right, Mind Well Poetry, and several others. Her first chapbook will be published through Read or Green Books and has a projected release date of July 2021. Y'all, without further ado, y'all unmute, put your hands together, clap it up for Miss Kimberly Shaw, the closer.
Ooh, the closer.
I never.
Woo!
Hey, y'all. Yes. So I'm just gonna get right into it. I have some haikus at first that I'm gonna give y'all, and then some longer poems. So here we go. Haiku, womanhood. Womanhood is marked by puberty, period, drips, she, woman now. Haiku, regal onyx marble. Black girl, who you be? Civilization birther, strong melanoid queen. Haiku, infertility. No eggs inside me will morph into a baby, sperm coasting in vain. Triple haiku, women are bitches. Hey, rose gold woman, let the world call you a bitch. That's a compliment. The strongest women I know just so happen to be bitches. Fuck them. Answer to it proud, stand in it loud, try it on. The shoe fits, don't it? Haiku, girl power. Feminine strength allows us to do what men can do only with more grace. Those are the haikus. Thank you. The mother lode of all mothers. Matriarchs birthed whole civilizations and nations. Matriarchs hold it down. Matriarchs wear the crown. Matriarchs took us to church and built the ark so the rest of us wouldn't drown or get lost. She is the North Star, Polaris to my night sky. No matter what was going on, she found her way to church every Sunday to worship and praise. I had her appraised, and God said she was worth her weight in gold and then some. She wasn't fool's gold. Just forget about the rest. Matriarchs are the best. Her house always smelled like Lysol, detergent, clean clothes, and Sunday dinner. She could definitely burn a pot, and she had enough food to feed an army, cooking up soul food in the kitchen, doling out good advice when no one else would listen, even though she had her own problems. I haven't seen our matriarch in a while, but how much you want to bet she still use a rotary dial and got oversized wooden spoons, forks, and knives hanging on the walls in her kitchen? I had to traipse down a long, dark hallway to find her and my solace. She sits downstairs in the sunroom. She was the sun in every room, waiting for her 10 sons to bring her the stars from forgotten galaxies. Once the moon leaves footprints across the sky, she was tall and stout, skin red like caramel clay. Matriarchs raised their families, then raised the stakes and teach the younger generation a better way. The bookshelves in her living room were overflowing with newspapers, encyclopedias, and books, but from her, I got better accurate knowledge, didn't have to go to college. No, not this way, she would bellow. Girl, don't hold that baby all day. And it could be 100 degrees outside, but she better have some socks on that baby foot, is what she would always say. This was back in the day when you could leave your kids with grandma as long as you don't interrupt her stories. But if you don't forget to visit her while you're out living life, she'll remember to offer you some pie and a cold drink and repay you by listening to your stories about the days of your lives. She only got one life to live and she lives it to the fullest. But before she passes on, she'll pass down her venerable legacy. Matriarchs ain't gotta be trendy, but they're always in style, leading the church choir, draped in modest attire. She looks like she will live beyond 100 years, but she's not even tired, so don't expect her to retire. She is the new hire we all aspire to reach, God willing, someday, if it's in our reach. Woman, there's nothing we can't do. Queen, grandmother, mother, aunt, sister, cousin, daughter, niece, friend, the beginnings to all our ends, the X factor to all of our Ys. Yes, the Ys matter, but that almighty X marks the spot. X, X, that almighty double X. Posse, women, let's gather our posse. We are gonna be able to do it, cause see, when women get together, there's nothing we can't do. Plural or singular, we got you. In tennis shoes or pumps, we running things. In boardrooms or living rooms, there's not a thing. Women who are a woman, who are the goddesses Maya Angelou was referring to. It be a woman who establishes roots, raises a home, and keeps us all together, keeps herself well put together. She dressed to the nines in poise and composure. She lets other women know where they can cop that. Now we all just a little more sure of ourselves. Sometimes we just need a little push before we shove off, spread out, spread our womanly gifts to the world. And believe me, we got plenty. There's nothing we can't do. So women, get out there and bear fruit from your womb, whether it be a stellar human being, a best-selling book, an innovative product, or lucrative business venture. You have still created a life, a still breathing life, because all of these miraculous things can still be your baby. Yes, God, honey. You can raise them every day, watch them grow, celebrate triumphs and disappointments, give them a long hug, short kiss them goodnight, put them to bed and love them harder tomorrow. So have that baby. You're doing important work for our society, whether you are in a physical kitchen or a creative one, or braiding little black girl's hair. Do it, queen. Till those braided rows of corn. Get that kitchen together so that when she sees her, she sees we, beauty, so that when she sees her, she sees you, your effort and strength, your love and grace. Do it, queen, so that when she sees you, she sees her role model and knows that when she gets older, she can pay it forward. Gather her role models. No time to be moving backwards. It's onward and upward. So let's roll models. Put the pedal to the metal and go full throttle. Even if destruction is lying at our feet, we stack up the rubble and make it neat and keep going. We women who do what we gotta do in adverse times or normalcy, we can handle rough seas. See, that's resilience, that's bravery, that's courageous as shit. We are fire, we take you higher. We are women, we stay winning, we stay women. We are woman, friend, niece, daughter, cousin, sister, aunt, mother, grandmother, queen. This is our jungle. When lioness roars, the whole world stops to take notice, gives us full reign to take over patriarchal, misogynistic planet. And I got this one last one. I hope y'all like this. Get into it. This is called Women's March. Come on, women. This is our march. On your mark, get set, go, kill them, girl. It's our world. Let's show them why women always been great. Poetry ain't dead as long as our pens bled. We could be a verb bender, bending them till they break, bending them till they break, bending them till they break free like Cassandra is free. The first time I heard her, she summoned her sermon. I was redeemed. She said, it's miraculous. Indeed. Close the house down like Kimberly Shaw, the closer. Open it back up for the next poet to hit the cipher. I believe that was Cassandra, and forgive me, but that woman so dope, so nice. I had to mention her twice. Fall in love when Steph Love said it, so quick-witted, so lit it. She lit up with her literature. She lit up after the open mic and burned her blunt. She's sipping cerveza, blunt force trauma to la cabeza. After her literary devices left me for dead. Get all up in your head like Sarah mental, blowing your mentals the way she pushed her pencil. Oh yeah, we been dope. I've been seeing the prophecy. We could be poet laureate like KaNikki. Excuse me, the first Black poet laureate in her side of the city of Alexandria, VA. Oh no, she don't play. We on our Obama shit. Yes, we can. Blow the minds of Americans like the poet Khan can. We ready, we willing, and more than able to step to the mic, show up, show and prove, show the world the hill we climb at inaugurations like Amanda Gorman. Respect the flow of the woman that makes you say, whoa, man. And yes, that bitch got bars. You better spit. Tik-Tok, you don't stop, give her all. The black woman, come through with that read. Come through with the poems, poet. Come through with the motherfucking poems, poet. Come on, La Bruja. Speak, poet. La Bruja. What kind of sorcery is she? Sweeping me off my feet with her broom. Now we under her spells and poetic potions. Swift feet caught the Holy Ghost, and we praise God for her literary notions. Let the church say amen. I second that emotion. I might need a Miller Lite or a Miller High Life. Ask Steph to pass the blunt so I could fuck with this high life. After Miss Kim B. Miller kills the mic. Shout out to Tonie, Sheeley, spitting her vulnerability so freely, and Shane Manier.
Go ahead, poet.
Got some brand new bars for your ear. Thank you for all you do for the poetry community, and even yours too, my dear. You be the Guerrilla Poet of the Year. Fuck that, the century, and look at Mattie G. I already know she can do it like we, cause she bends verbs in her sleep. So when she woke, she even mofied. Oh my, don't you dare change this channel. Look at this panel. We lady, we femininity, we poetry. When our lips are in motion, moving in gazelle motion, wet liquid motion, you entranced by this superstellar motion, our poetic motion, this our shit. This our march, we on our march, we been ready, we been set, we won't stop going, and you better motherfucking know it. Thank you.
That was so
Kimberly
dope.
Shaw, the closer.
So dope.
Yeah, unmute, clap it up for Kimberly Shaw.
Being ready.
Fuck
I
with
like
that.
that.
Let's
Yes.
Kimberly, make sure you drop all of the things that you do in the
Fire.
chat. I do want to promote one thing that you do have coming up.
Yes,
we are
go ahead.
actually in a team battle coming up on Wednesday, right about now. It's the Wheelhouse head-to-head slam. It's a subject-based slam, so this will be fun. But we're doing that on Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Kimberly, I believe you have another feature coming up too, right?
Yes, I do. I have a feature coming up next Saturday with The Word is Right. And that is going to be at 8 o'clock next Saturday, I believe, at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So the open mic will be first. And then I have a feature, and I already asked Marissa Prada, shout out to Marissa, how long I'm able to go. And she said she is flexible. She don't care. She said, just go, poet. So she didn't even want to tell me that, because the speech is going to fuck around and be 2 hours long. Fucking with me, but that's okay though. Y'all gonna get all of these bars. Bitch, yes, we gonna come through with all the bars next Saturday. So y'all better have your ass at my feature next Saturday. Yes.
Yes, 2 hours.
Y'all better have your ass at her feature or else.
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much. One more time for Kimberly Shaw. Thank you.
Y'all. Thank y'all so much, Mr. Speaker. Thank you for having me.
Yes,
I'm so blessed
poet.
to be a part of this panel. Y'all fierce poets, y'all. We doing it. We killing it. Thank you.
Thank you.
You representing, girl.
Yes, sis.
That was amazing. We have 3 more poets left on our lineup tonight. So without further ado, we're just gonna keep it going. Next up, Cassandra is Free is a 3-time published author, spoken word artist, slam poet, and award-winning actress from the 757. She is a founding member of the Verbbender Slam team representing Hampton Roads, Virginia. Kaz currently works as an educator. She mentors within the public school system and loves performing and teaching. Y'all, please, without further ado, give it up for my teammate, my sister, my neighbor, Miss Cassandra is Free.
Yes, Cassandra
Let's go, Kev! Bang, bang, bang. Ladies.
What's up, everybody? I am so happy to be here. Shout out to everybody that went and everybody that's going to. And also, if y'all think Kim Shaw was fucking around, she's gonna do a 2-hour feature. I just want to let y'all know that it's gonna be 2 hours. So yeah, just so y'all know. All right. Poems. For the people who speculate and tell me I don't look like what I'm going through, I guess I'm supposed to say thank you. But sometimes pain makes it hard to speak. See, it's the chronic pain for me. The nights where I can't sleep, mornings where I can't breathe, can't eat, because food always triggers it. Triggers more than the people who tell me I don't look sick, and so I must be okay. But they just don't see what it's doing to me, because pain isn't always tangible. You can't hold it the way it holds you, and it's not loosening its grip up. So there are days I don't even want to get up, just want to wrap myself up in a blanket, tell people to do with their blanket statements when they state that I should be happy. It's not worse. But there are days when the only thing worse than the pain would be not feeling anything. And there are times when it is so crippling that the thought of my life ending actually don't sound all that bad, because it's the chronic pain for me. The waking up in agony, the headaches and body aches that linger like an unwanted house guest in my body. My body, once my temple, is now crucifying me daily until I've become a living sacrifice, feeling forsaken. So when people tell me I don't look like what I'm going through, I cringe, because they act like you can't be both beautiful and broken. It's the chronic pain for me. Tired of explaining that invisible and imaginary are not the same thing. Tired of explaining that there are good days and there are bad days. Days where I can run a marathon and days where I can't even run to my couch. And I am not okay most days, because even on the days where it doesn't hurt, my anxiety stays up to remind me that the pain is going to return. So I wait for it, staring out the window like Sheeley, looking for Mr., because that pain is like a slap in the face. So I try to look for signs that it's about to hit, because it's the chronic pain for me. The effects do not exist to the naked eye. So outside looking in, I'm healthy. But if you could see how this pain turns me inside out, you wouldn't mistake my cries for lies. Say I'm lazy on days I need to just rest. Like, you still in bed? Yes. Because sometimes it takes an extra hour, day, week to get me started. Don't get me started when I say the struggle is real. It's because it's a real struggle at times just to exist, to live with this, a chronic illness, no cure, just ways to manage it while trying to manage the damage it brings. But how do you manage when the only thing that helps chronic is chronic? Because my job is zero tolerance, and if I lose it, I wouldn't have the bread and butter for the butter anyway, because it's the chronic pain for me. So please don't tell me I don't look like what I'm going through, because it feels more insinuation than compliment, more accuser than optimist. I wish I was optimist so I could transform people's way of thinking and treating people with an invisible illness. They say it's supposed to make us stronger because it ain't kill us. No, what it does is weaken the spirit. And no, this ain't a pity party. I'm not feeling sorry for myself. No, woe is me. I just wish some things were different, like people not letting how someone looks decide if they believe their condition. So for the people who speculate and tell me I don't look like what I'm going through, excuse me if I don't say thank you. All right, so word. Y'all about to get this new poem. Y'all about to get this new poem that I finished like an hour ago. Y'all about to get this poem right here and be the first audience for this. I guess I will do a trigger warning that it is a strong reference to sexual assault. But yeah, I wanted to write this, and I just yeah. Boom. Some men will say the way to lower instances of rape are as follows. Don't wear short skirts. It makes it look like you're asking for it. Don't drink in public. It makes it harder for you to say no. Don't flirt. Makes the man think you want it. Don't smile. Don't breathe. Better yet, when you leave the house, just leave your pussy at home. It's safer there, don't you think? And to those men, I say, if you want to lower instances of rape, you jackass, maybe just don't rape. Don't mistake no for yes, regardless of how she's dressed. Better yet, when you leave the house, just leave your dick at home. It's safer that way, don't you think? Stop saying boys will be boys and find out how to be a man. Amen. Men who respect women and check their rapey ass friends. Men who actually don't even have rapey ass friends. Maybe if someone had made a public announcement to denounce shit R. Kelly was doing, he would have stopped screwing little girls. Maybe if someone had reminded Bill Cosby that there's only room for Jello shots when it's not shot up with roofies, his goofy ass would have made better decisions and avoided prison. But hey, maybe if someone had caught Weinstein on film rubbing his dick where it didn't belong, or if someone had stopped Woody Allen from putting his Woody all in his stepdaughter, maybe the phrase "Me Too" would be associated with women's triumphs and not their trials. Instead, women are still being held accountable for the violence done against us. If you've never tried to file a police report about your assault, only to have them interrogate you as though you are the #1 suspect, what were you wearing? Did you drink? Did you laugh at this joke? Somehow lead them on. Have them ask you why you said no that night when you said yes on other occasions, as though the no became a yes by association. If you've never had your story doubted until your own memory becomes clouded, until you can't remember if you ever made it seem like you wanted it, even though you know you didn't want it. If you've never experienced it, then consider yourself blessed in that aspect, because statistics will show that 1 in 5 women will be sexually assaulted at least once in their lifetime. And keep in mind, that's based on the ones who get to report it without officers and other people putting their spin on the story to distort it. So to the men who feel as though women ever deserve to be victims, face it, you are probably a closet rapist. And to the girls and women of all ages, shapes, and shades, that rape is not your fault. Don't blame yourself for the actions of anyone else. You adjust your crown, hold your head up, and every morning when you get up, look in the mirror at that face and admire, and you remind yourself that we are survivors. Thank you.
Yes, poet.
Motherfucking right. Motherfucking right.
Yes.
Indeed, indeed.
Poem.
Say that.
Girl.
Put in that work on that poem. Woo.
I had to turn my fireplace off. All that fire you bringing.
Good tea.
Yeah.
Y'all are dope. Y'all are dope. All right.
Yeah.
My black is a rainbow with a colorful past. The range of tones is vast. My black is every shade of red, green, and yellow imaginable. My black is tangible. Touch me and find out about the struggle. They say my black means trouble because I am Harriet Tubman Black. Nat Turner Black, defiant. They say uppity Black, Black not ashamed to be Black, Black. My black is evolutionary, revolutionary Black, but my black is resilient, so attack my black and it bounces right back. My black knows pain, whips and chains kind of pain, land and name not regained kind of pain. My black knows and my black shows everywhere my black goes. My black is feared because I am Langston Hughes Black, Gwendolyn Brooks Black, educated. They say uppity Black, Black not ashamed to be Black, Black. My black is both catastrophic and symbolic. My black is beautiful, beautifully shaped, beautifully placed, beautiful black face, say it ain't. My black demands respect even when they say it's suspect. My black is followed in corner stores because it's popular, not because guilt is probable. My black is Philippians 4:13 because it can do all things unstoppable. My black is love. My black is urgent. My black is the truth. My black is deep. My black is an insurgent in the streets when need be because I am Fred Hampton Black, Angela Davis Black, activist. They say uppity Black, Black not ashamed to be Black, Black. My black is envy because my black don't crack, and y'all know they hate that. My black is prolific. My black is ambitious. It is black mothers making ends meet. It is black fathers who don't leave. My black is both celebrated and hated. My black is an understatement of its own greatness because I am Muhammad Ali Black. My mama, Mary Bunn Black, because mama said, knock you out Black. Listen, in case you forgot, our black is everything they said it's not. It is beautiful, intelligent, capable, relevant. Our black illuminates glory, radiates melanin. Our black is strength. When the whole world comes against it, try to make it weak, our black shines bright, even in the midst of clouds. So I will always say it loud, I am Black and I am proud. I'm gonna close out with this last piece. I'll always close out with this piece because it's always, always, always for the poets, always. So this is for everybody that spit, everybody that's left, and everybody that's gonna do the open mic and all of that. So someone asked how long I've been a poet. I paused at the question posed. I suppose I hesitated and blinked, not to think, but just in awe that they asked. Ask any poet when they fell in love with the craft, and they'll look at you and laugh and always say, since conception, better yet, since God's inception, when he made a selection, began the election for me to write, to give insight to the plight of everyone from paupers to the Pope. See, poets instill hope to the hopeless, reasoning to the illogical. We are phenoms to the phenomenal, solutions to the impossible, possibilities to the improbable. So ask me again how long I've been writing, and you were inviting in a history of love songs, love, wrong, life facts, recovery and relapse, poetry that she raps, lyrics that he spits, words most won't forget. Not if you got a poet who can spin it right. See, poets are writers by day and superheroes at night, because I believe words are going to save this world already at war over dissatisfaction of each other's actions. And we are the chain reaction to everything everybody else does, and everybody will feel at least one of us. Now, some of us write like this, and some of us write like that, and some of us spit the truth, and some of us just kick the facts. But poetry will always be where it's at. I mean, singers sing and rappers rap and MCs MC, but poets are poetry. We are what we eat, and I eat like a queen, devouring verses and stanzas and rhyme schemes, verbal themes and topics to force the public to acknowledge and behold us. You rather battle a dragon than a poet. Know this, notice. Poets have a different kind of fire. See, we burn with our tongues. We come at you lyrically, leave you with your hands wrung, and we've only just begun. Poets are taking over the universe a verse at a time. And I know I've been speaking my mind as long as Stevie's been blind infinitely. We make this look easy, definitely. Poetry is my air breathing breath into me every time I speak, every time I write, every time I flow. And God knows this is how he made me when he made the decision to create me. So I say what I want, and I don't really care who likes it. That's how life is. But if you can't even write shit, please don't criticize this. And in case you didn't recognize it, this is poetry.
Y'all unmute, give it up for Kaz is free.
Yes, yes.
That was hot.
Yes, that was fire.
Great.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Yes,
All right.
ma'am.
Those pieces were fire. Man, I love it all.
I do want to plug another thing. Kaz is on my head-to-head team on Monday. So, so tune in Monday, 9 p.m. On Right About Now's Facebook or YouTube. They usually go live on YouTube as well. So.
Oh, shit.
I'm
going up against them.
Zany, you're good. You're good, Zany.
You're good. You're good. This is fun. It's just fun. It's just.
Oh my goodness.
It's a subject slam. It's fun.
Oh man, just real. It's awesome.
All right, y'all. We're gonna keep it going. We are down to our final two poets. We did have a lineup change, but I'm excited for this lineup change. So, a New York girl down to her toes, born in Brooklyn, New York, and raised in Far Rockaway, Queens. She has always loved writing, and writing has shown her how to love. Ray Jane takes that love to work when she sees patients, and as she deals with other individuals in life. Her love is many things as she hopes to be a conglomeration of many wonders when her work is finally done. She does her best to live with an open heart, a strong voice, and a hand ready for anyone who needs to be lifted. She also won our very first virtual slam for Verb Benders this past Wednesday. Y'all put your hands together, unmute, and please welcome to the virtual stage, Miss Ray J.
Come on, Ray J.
Ray Jane with that lightning voice.
What?
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's beautiful to see all of these powerful women up in here saying their piece. I'm gonna add to that if y'all allow me. So let's get into it. This first one is called Nasty Woman. Nasty like, fuck the life you thought you earned. I am Earth, landing you deep at the core of this unmistakable energy. I know you feeling me. I reject all permission for masculinity. I've been a G. OG like G-O-D. I've been difficult. An odyssey, it's odd you see, but can't see me. So fucking fly. Honey tongue devoid of lies. You better pronounce that right. It's your majesty. The woman in me is all the women you see. I am every, all, completely. Can't even feel me. You ain't grabbing nothing, especially not this pussy all sooky. She's emerging, expanding, pausing to ruminate over the true weight of her words, using her body as she pleases, loudly moaning into your stillness while demanding continual pleasing. Unapologetically, she flagellates in front of you, daring you to question the ceremony in her climax. 100% all facts she reads like an almanac, mapping your astrology, pinning the likelihood of your harvest, the rising of your tides. She abides by nothing, unlocked and dastardly with it. She got it because she get it, the fine ass line between conquering and catastrophe. Imperfect when quiet, but well equipped to spit some shit that'll make your faults tremble. Hands designed to reassemble her dichotomy, expertly balancing between clutch the pearls classy and being mad nasty. Thank you. Second piece.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. The Garden of Eve. Here, baby, have an apple, but don't choke. Don't let my promise get stuck in your throat. I'm yours. Consume freely. Every flower blooming is meant to be sniffed. My white lines elevate the soul, they intoxicate, so be careful. If awareness even matters to you, otherwise feel free to run, arms wide in my fields, inhale my lavender, pick a piece of me, knowing that whatever you sever will die. If unrooted from me, best that you stay close, stay till seeds turn soil to womb, till harvest, till your sun becomes my moon. I've got acres of love, baby. Ain't no droughts. Rain is expected. No growth goes neglected, even when the garden gets hectic. Overrun with visitors, worry not. I prune often, I weed, I remove, unafraid of losses, cause I only haul produce. My creations out in the open, they loose, they wild. Have a flower, baby, put your face in my lilies. No need to pad expectations, stay sweet. Pests dare not take up residence, too busy taking heed. This ass is stubborn, but efficient, requires coaxing along the way to get going. Once moving will work all day. You see, this garden is free from snakes. I cement the fakes, I Medusa, but no one mistakes this crown for deceit. She, Elsa in her winter, both my peonies and them phonies freeze. These fertile lands are sacred, unspoiled by tradition and the erasure of femininity. It thrives, can only be complete and softened identity, telling no untruths about its roots, unashamed of the curves and dips, the obvious necessity of hips to carry some plagues, to rebirth you from predation, hard from hardship. Come sip at the dew as it slips, as it drips like just right peach off of bottom lip. Drunk with this natural sugar, you frolic. Allow yourself to skip, imagining what it must be like to live in this. Begin to make up reasons to revisit, to return this place feeling foreign. Except its sun sometimes seems to know your face. Its hills seem to slide when you land. Its waters come and go on your command. Even the trolls under its bridges wave your fee, claiming that they know you, exclaiming your sovereignty. The hammocks that hang sway in her wind, and you swear. It whispers your name, your unpopular opinions dies swinging in her poplar trees. You squint eyes thinking things uncanny, fat now, slowed significantly. Instincts blunted, wondering why I ain't perplexed, concerned but enjoying kisses biting at your neck. And now I'm set. 'cause you confused me for apple tree. How quickly you forget. My name ain't even Eve, it's Venus. And of course my trap remembers you. All you flies move the same. All them eyes and still banging up against my glass, unaware that other side of me is not outside. And here, escape is rare. And you already made fatal mistake trading in your wings at my gate, believing less in your own ascension than you did in fate. Conned into thinking I had faith enough for both of us and failing to ask what bound me. Walked around with your pollen in your pants, too tired to grow me, but you let me watch you dance. Drunk off my honey, now you feeling funny. Calling me a bruja, claiming you've been hexed, taking no responsibility for your gluttony, foolishly thinking you were king, when instead you were just next. Thank you. The next one is a short one called Prime. I'm the prime optimist. When I kiss, I taste images of gifts. If you raise the bar, I'm gonna rise. Fuck your lies, your demise on the other side of my eyes. She is spy. Consumptive of all, she walk through your walls, she eat time. Some folk will provoke, she is peace, but don't get yoked. Crack like coke, hem you up, she bespoke. And last one is a rap that I did as a challenge by the host of the New Eurekan online open mic on Thursday nights. It was La Bruja. She challenged me to rap for the first time over some music. So this is my attempt. This is laid over Drake's Pound Cake beat, which is produced by Boy Wonder. All credit to them for the music. All right, so I'm gonna start some music. If you can hear it, just put your thumbs up, all right? All right, we're gonna have some fun. Y'all with me? Let's go. I am the sky, I am the sun, done out radio, I am the one. Pour this melanin no Morpheus just for fun. Show them how to get it done. This with the gun, she all in one. Lyrics, her bullets, and here they come. Get in your ass to teach you something. Listen. She all season, never tire while she's still breathing. The shine of her light so displeasing that your demons start wheezing. She got black skin, her crown wrapped in silk doobie and her ancestors clapping. She never let a sucker see her collapsing. Give her any conundrum, she go crack it. If you black, you map the track, you pack the strappings. Keep your eyes on the saplings. Instinctively, you know what the half is. If life's a glass, the wealth gap cracked it. Let's go. Just put the shoulders up a little bit. Just a little bit. Can't relax, deadlifting these monkeys on my back. I'm working, but my money stay on lack. How it go when the blood still low tax? Yeah. Get these facts cause I'm stacking them. And they think that they hustle, but I'm racking them. Got a knack for the tacky some mole and I'm whacking them. Some of them just suck, I got a vac for them. Snatch your plaques off the wall, it's a stratagem. She a big stick, nah, she a magnum. Chill, Ray J, why you attacking them? I'm like, I'm not a Mac, I'm a maximum. Correcting them, expecting them to ascend to my motherfucking axiom. I be trying to slow down, but I'm passing them. With a flick of the gift, I out-fashion them. So up the game quick, then I lift the hem. Knuckle language hit like a gang of men. A rite of passage, phrases beat them in. Trying to raise your mind, trying to yang your yin. Come on. I know y'all feel it. Y'all been waiting to dance all day. Let's go. I know you hate that, try to take that, try to steal it before I spit it, but can't fake swag. How you got all the ingredients but bake bag? What? Let the cat out the bag and bend the knee. Where you get your info from history, you nitwits gon' get this remedy. I guarantee, educate the beast. Bad books got nincompoops out of pocket, thinking they flew the coop. Trying me, but your booty can't touch my loot. I hop over you, I'll kangaroo. Let me jump back to review what Lincoln knew. Since ink and rule, men plunder brown skin and make it fuel. Trading your goat acres for measly mule. But here's the truth. Any place where a woman is just a tool is destined to be a kingdom's tomb. The queens are rising now, so make some room. If you want to be my devotee, gon' need more than just slack loyalty. Unsure if boneheads could even perceive this potent pedigree. School you lame brains for free. Y'all know what it is. I don't even rap though, but I'm a woman and we do everything. Let's go. Take out a pen, it's a discourse. Poor retorts will leave you out of sorts. Have your life short on life support. Stop your heart, no code, no kind remorse. Watch your mouth, cuz it words course. We gon' turn this thing into a discourse. About to be death by buckle battery on the final read ME's report. Send you to another life to see an oracle. Teach you that history is allegorical. Ask me if I know, what is that rhetorical? It's deplorable. Your style's inaudible. My style's restoring you. Here's the gory truth. It's a rap industry looking like a deep well untapped. Folk looking real dry, shouting where you at? She ubiquitous on every map. Cause the rock fiends, they bout their head too. Calling all my nemesis the Grateful Dead too. Oops. But I thought you knew. Oh. Y'all with me? I thank you.
Y'all on mute, give it up for Ray J.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Wow.
She's not a rapper though.
Yes.
Tony, what I tell you, Tony?
Yes, all of it, damn it, you do it.
Yes, Mr. Speaker. Yes, you told me. Yes.
Do it.
Yes,
I appreciate y'all. If you want to hear anything else from me, you can find me at itsrayjane.com. That's itsrayjan.com. And that can get you to my Instagram, to my blog, to my SoundCloud. I got something on Spotify now, just, one song. I'm making my way. It's a single.
ITSRJY.
ITSRAYJANE.com. Find me. I'm gonna put it in the chat. I appreciate y'all, all you powerful women. You give me what I need to go. So let's go.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, Ray J.
Yes. Our current slam champion at Verb Benders. Thank you so much. So we are down to our final poet of the evening. I'm very excited to bring her up. So Shane Manier is a creative coach, visual artist, TEDx and keynote speaker, trauma-informed care instructor, poetry mentor, and national spoken word poet based in the Charlotte metro region of North Carolina. She is the founder of Guerrilla Poets, a nonprofit art collective with branches in the US and UK. She is currently the spoken word and arts teacher instructor for the Harvey B. Gantt Center, Henderson High School, and playing for others, as well as Center for Faith in the Arts, current artist in residence. In 2011, she was the youngest poet to ever be inducted in the Poetry Council of North Carolina and served on board of CCAG Arts Collective of Cornelius, North Carolina in 2017. She has been recognized as a national poet, performing with Respect the Mic Slam Team from 2017 to 2020. In 2015, she released her first poetry album, Bootstraps, and her first chapbook, Fallen Heroes of the Awful Waffle, was published through Main Street Rag in 2017. She recently released her second album, Carrier Pigeons, and poetry book Divine Disturbances in 2019 and 2020. I have heard her at Southern Fried Regional Poetry Slam. I have heard her on the Poet Up podcast. She is amazing. Y'all, unmute, put your hands together, make some noise for Shane.
Yeah.
Woo!
Shane. Shane.
Hey.
So when he called me bitch, I was like, bitch? Honey, after the club, and I took you home and told you I was done to put your pants back on and go back to your yard, you looked at me like you'd never seen a dog before. To the boys I've broken, yes, I enjoyed the snap, crackle, pop of your pleas between sheets. Your inferiority was my breakfast for an unbalanced morning. You didn't know that when you starve a bitch in heat, she will bite the hand that feeds. She will feast on men who claim to be wolves. For years, I swallowed spoonfuls of your spite. Every time the spittle of my shine leaked from my lips, the only language you ever listened to was these hips. Couldn't stand to see me on stage like a big dog, but you forget. Shakira also sings about a she-wolf, how these thighs rise with the moon, can bury you under opal ovaries in bloom. Honey, women can be hunters too. You can also be seen as a piece of meat, food. I have told you not to come in here unless you're ready to ride bareback on barbed wire, because my love be a junkyard and this bitch be a Rottweiler. I have collected every crass Casanova collision from boys who tried to crush me in their crushes, tried to leash me to a house only big enough to lay down in, tried to Stepford wife me into a picket fence. I have mangled every muzzle you have clasped on me in fear that I would bark back up your bones. Didn't want to admit, you offered your own body up. The only thing you ever caught, dog catcher, was feelings. Didn't you see my hunger? Recognize it as your own? You know, you could see the ribs of a bitch who's starving. Did you want to take your rib back? Are you mad that I took your spine instead? But wasn't the taste of the kill delicious? And wasn't I the beast you always wanted? You knew what this was by the growl in my groin, boy. You were dinner, just 3 courses steaming against the bedpost, your ego my dessert. Oh, honey, didn't you see my teeth from the dance floor? So be careful, men, we out here. We out here.
Yes. Come on, poet.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow. Slay.
So this next piece is for all the ladies out there. All right. Cherokee woman tells us when we're making our way home to say out loud to the universe, I'm visible. That after doing anything spiritual, sometimes other people don't see you because you're not quite in your body. But we were all women. So I was like, women, our spirituality is our bodies, and the way that the beginning was bred into our bones, how our womb is life force. She said once a truck almost wrecked into her on the way home, so she started shouting, I'm visible, so I want every woman right now all across this earth to stand up, and with all your maiden mother and crone mouths, holler out, I'm visible, because we aren't being seen as equally human. Our bodies in constant wreckage against men who think it's a privilege to have a penis. Our bodies in constant body shops to please the riders of our plush thighs and hearts. There are more things that need to heal than bruises and blood when rape's involved. There are years upon years of manipulation and control, of silence snuffed out of our defenses and protection. So you stand up and tell them, I'm visible. Ask these lost boys where their mothers are, and if they can touch and talk to them the way they've done you. Ask them if their daughters will still be held under the same fists and force of their abuse. Ask them if there's a vendetta in their story from women, or if there's an absence of one, or if the only touch they ever got was from a prostitute, one they paid for, and it left them confused at service versus possession. It's not in the why. It's in the how you expose the devil dicks in the question. Ask them if they've ever been fucked in the ass when passed out at a party, and if that's the fear behind their homophobia, that one day they may be treated the same way they treat women. Tell them muscle ain't got shit against a woman on a mission. I'm visible. There's no excuse for abuse when you've grown enough to know what your body can do. It will not be accepted, and it won't pass by our inspection because we visible. We be warrior woman women, and you can't even be in existence without us. So coward, realize you are powerless against us. You cannot ignore our presence, and you will be haunted by your actions, because to disrespect us is to disrespect life. We are visible, indivisible by your lust and your rules. Rich spoiled boys, you cannot buy us, and you can make all the laws you want, but you cannot soften our stubbornness. Hell hath no fury like a visible woman. So you shout it out loud so these so-called men can tremble at creation. You let your hips be the walls against brutality in this nation. You put your boots on under your gowns, queens and princesses, and you gather up your sisters, and you raise up your Athena, your Cleopatra, your Amazon, your Bellatrix, your brazen voices, and you tell the whole damn world, I'm visible. Whew.
Yes. God damn.
That part, all that part was all that part.
Thanks, y'all. Thanks, y'all.
I know that's right.
I got two more for y'all, two more. So this one I haven't really done out anywhere really, but I'm dedicating this to a childhood friend of mine, Terry. So, all right. Yesterday, I saw her and her best friend fighting on the side of the road, and her face was covered with open sores. It looked like life drug her down a highway she wasn't equipped for. The two women both had their fists balled up, both refused to hit each other. Two gray-skinned slivers of women, just as thin and wavering as heat rising off pavement. Terry was saying, I know, but it ain't so bad. And Julia was saying, I can't do this anymore. Honey, we got to get off the meth. That son of a bitch choked me too hard last night in bed. There wasn't anything in the car I could offer up to save her if her best friend can't. Wasn't any bar of soap to help her feel clean enough. No bottle of water to quench the dire thirst for drugs. Wasn't any shelter safe enough. Today, she is half Scarlett O'Hara in dollar score makeup to cover up the aftermath, half lioness, half ghost, floating above the sidewalk. The high has just kicked in, sunshine blasting through her veins, and she turns and looks my way, as if she knows. Her eyes telling me, when I was a little girl, I wanted to be a princess. Watch me twirl in my euphoric gown. Am I pretty now? Am I pretty now? Am I pretty now? You know, no one wants to grow up to be a crackhead. Shit, it just happens. But Terry, your fairy tale hasn't ended. You can still write in a happily ever after. I know people tell you you took the easy way out, but you never saw there was another choice. Never knew you had the power to change course, and they didn't see how hard it really was. Today, she is sun goddess, each step a blaze of ecstasy, scorching the street with her bare feet. She feels like a queen, but it's only an induced movie she chases to play on repeat. I am worried about her tomorrow. I'm worried about tonight, when the pipe and the needle come calling for more of her, when the little princess inside has to hide in the closet so she can't face what she's become. Terry, be the goddess you are and burn. Terry, you still deserve happiness. Terry, you still deserve to be a princess.
Yes.
Yo.
Powerful.
That was it.
You look like a bomb, honey. Yeah.
Thank you. Don't do drugs, kids. At least not those kind. All right. My last poem, this one's for me. So thank y'all so much for this platform. Seriously, thank you, Mr. Speaker. I love you. Thank you to everybody here. It's so good to see your faces, and all the poets were amazing. My heart cup runneth over. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, because we don't really get a lot of spaces anymore, like to really, you know, spit on, I always try to pick one for me to get free. So this one's mine. All right. Mrs. Anderson, I want to apologize for my behavior last night when I busted into Oakwood Community, waking you from sleep. I know I have some explaining to do. Women your age think that young ladies should behave with grace. I admit, I was drunk, wasn't seeing clearly, I was screaming, and you, I know, you're old, you deserve to rest. I ask for empathy. I was looking for my grandmother who resides here to ask her some questions. Her daughter, my mother, is dying. If I visited more during visitor hours, I would have been able to find her number. I found you instead. And by the look of the flowers gifted by your family, I thought maybe you were a mother too. I didn't mean to be so abrasive, but you refused to answer my questions. See, because my mother couldn't answer due to the tubes down her throat, her last breath pushing like they were fallopian to be reborn wherever the fuck it is y'all go. Her closed eyelids filled to the brows with tears like two cupping palms holding the Dead Sea still. When I asked the nurse why that is, she said, "We don't know why they do that." As dehumanizing as her language, Mrs. Anderson, it still wasn't even an answer. Mrs. Anderson, I am tired of respected silence from the living and the dead. So I came here to wake every grave at this cemetery on a drunken binge of grief. Fuck your rest in peace when your rest brings no peace to the living. Mrs. Anderson, your grave looks so tidy and clean. I thought you were a woman who knew how to keep things in order. You know, finish what you started. I guess I'm mistaken that cleanliness is next to lies and secrets and God must be a hoarder. Because if no one knows anything's wrong, then nothing can get messy with emotions. Did you tell her what was wrong? What was coming, what would happen after? Did you learn nothing from the passing of your own mother? It's a woman's lineage sentenced to silence from birth to grave. It's a wonder we don't come out the womb with our tiny clenched fists in our tiny clenched mouths to stifle the scream the doctor slaps out. Did you know that mothers who keep things clean by keeping suffering a secret make loud messes of daughters that the world doesn't know how to clean up? Is your daughter screaming drunk across some woman's grave looking for the answers you never gave? Mrs. Anderson, sometimes the dead need waking up. How is it fair that the living go on without knowing and the dead get to know everything without sharing? Did you say goodbye? Did you leave her anything more than antiques her siblings would split off the family tree falling to fight over? A grief counselor with the audacity to ask, what did you learn? And what have I learned from this? Except no one has an answer on how to put grief to rest so orphans can make a home for themselves, only how to bury emotions so deep you take it with you once you're dead. Mrs. Anderson, if you see my grandmother up there, you tell her I have some questions. I want to know what heirloom of trauma cross-stitched our silence in the rocking chairs on the porches of our past. And one last thing, you tell her I'm ripping apart every quilt to expose the needlework that's been done, because I intend to tell it all. Thanks, y'all.
Ooh, wow.
Y'all unmute. Give some love to
Yes,
Sheeley.
yes, yes, yes.
Amazing.
Hell yeah, that
Fire,
was
Amazing.
yes,
The whole boat.
yes.
Poet, yes.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And I do like that I like that idea of picking a poem that's for you to get free on, to end on. That is so awesome. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I want everybody to unmute and clap it up for every woman who has touched this virtual stage tonight. Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my God. I'm
I got my ultimate respect.
Ladies were fire tonight.
Everyone was amazing this
Nothing
evening.
less expected.
These open mics are therapy for me.
Yes,
same here.
poetry, you
Same
know,
here.
sometimes you write the poem for you, but sometimes it can be for someone else. So,
Exactly.
thank you to everyone who has shared tonight. We're not done. We do have an open mic. I want to read off the names that I have because I'm sure I missed somebody. I have the Poet Ninja, Shandy Poet, Abraham, Poetic Desire, Ed Poetastic, Jenna May Soldier, Chanson, and Miss Zany. Did I miss anybody?
can put Kimberly Shaw, the closer, down last.
Okay, Kimberly Shaw, the closer, is going to go in our open mic. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Anyone else? So I can state the rules of our open mic. All right. We're gonna go on. Really fast. Everybody who has gone on tonight, please make sure you put your stuff in the chat. I want to be able to find everyone. I'll probably just Google you guys and find you. But oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. So without further ado, we're gonna jump into the open mic. You have 4 minutes. This isn't a slam, but I was about to say you have 4 minutes to impress the judges. And if you go over time, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right, so 4 minutes each. So we're gonna jump right into it. Y'all, welcome to this virtual stage, the Poet Ninja. Yay.
Hey, how y'all doing? Can y'all-
Yes.
Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, what's up? Greetings from Belgium. So this piece right here is about a woman I never met before. So it could be one of you. Standing from a distance, you got my hormones running wild. I can't control the way I feel. Thinking from this iron steel pole of mine, it suddenly constructed itself as you entered the room. Temperatures rise and fantasy animized, and yet you haven't noticed my existence. But my persistence in getting your attention sparks you to look my way. White red blood cells racing through my veins, exploding in places I can't explain. Watery eyes, sweaty palms, my body leaking like a faucet. Stuck in a dream, making love to you nonstop as your body pops and cracks like my knuckles. Imagining holding your ass and palming it like a cowboy holds his belt buckle. You see, if life were a fantasy, I'd be a whale, inserted in your deep waters every day. Coming up only for air. My butt tightens as my thoughts contract. My mind in a tussle. Got blood veins turning into muscle. Body erect like the joy of $1 million check. Yo, I bet if you knew my thoughts, you'd be wet, hot, and tempting and ready to go. Oh, don't you know? Girl, to get with you, I do all I can. See, baby, you got my hormones running wild like a lizard in hot sand. I'm stunned by this attraction, left blue by this sudden passion. Helpless to any action, but feeling total satisfaction. And you haven't said a word to me. No, I to you. Yet I feel as though I'm standing on this pew, focusing on this individual. I can't think and concentrate because I can't get my mind off this visual. My eyes are still focused on this portrait, and my mind is so cluttered it feels like UPS storage, you see. On opposite ends we lie, adjacent to one another. It's obvious you have no clue. But girl, I'm on you like no other. See, baby, though you standing from a distance, girl, you got all my attention. And my heart is beating so fast that I'm breathing like an infant. Got my body temperature sizzling and my organs going ballistic. And I'm so weak in the knees that I'm stumbling this instant. Simply trying to figure out an entrance to get into your vision. Because damn it, baby, you all up in mine. And if I wasn't so shy, you know by this time, all the reasons why you got my organs on the rise. And like that old school rhyme, girl, I wish that you would just groove me. Oh, baby, tonight, groove me. But you haven't even noticed me. But I've noticed one thing, you have stolen the scene. And baby, like a child, you have got my hormones running wild. Thank you. That's that piece.
Damn.
The belt buckle line. The belt
I was gonna say the belt
Sorry if I
buckle. I
went
was
too
about
much.
to do this, but I felt like that was inappropriate.
Nah, I knew what I was doing. My bad. Sorry if it was too much. Sorry if it was too much. But I knew how to stop, and I didn't want to go too far.
It's never too much.
But thank you for that. Thank you so much for that. We're gonna keep going on our list. Y'all, welcome to the virtual stage, Shan D Poets. Is Shan here? Did I say that? I want to make sure I'm saying names correctly too.
Yes, it's Shandi Poet, but you were close.
Okay, cool, awesome.
Well, thank you for this platform tonight. I was so happy to support my girl Khan, Rock, Fire, my poetry in common. I love her. So I'm going to spit a piece called Naked tonight. If I stood in front of you naked, would you see me? Would you see all of me? Would you even know that I was there? Standing over you like a moonlight flare. Can you feel me here? Turning you on, or are you somewhere far away? Too far for me to reach today. If I stood in front of you naked, would you see me? When you gaze upon the stars alone at night, do you see me there? Deep amongst the constellations that dance in the twilight, I'm forever in your mind. Looking up in the sky with you, in your heart and in your soul, I'm lost in you. My insatiable light burns bright for you. I swallow the dark. I hold my breath. I pray for the stars, yet if I stood in front of you naked, would you see me? Would you see all of my secrets bearing like spoiled fruit that were buried deep for your protection because you couldn't handle the truth? Would you see the worry that kept me up till morning? Could you see the tears that strangled me in the night? Can you see every wound I've covered, every scar I've buried tight? If I stood in front of you naked, would you see me? Would you see the high price I paid for living in my shadow, for hiding it well, for dying trapped between the normalcy and romance unfulfilled, for the all of me that I gave up to you, and still it's not enough? And now I have nothing left, and you look at me like an old coin that's lost its value and significance. I swallow the dark. I hold my breath. I pray for the stars. If I stood in front of you naked, would you see me? That's that piece. Woo!
That voice was like, just the, the delivery, like that was amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Poem, baby.
Thank you so much. All right, we're gonna
Thank
keep
you.
it going in this open mic. Next up is Abraham. Y'all unmute and welcome into the stage.
All right, let's go poet.
All right. Well, first of all, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you and Mr. Speaker having this platform as always. And man, I just gotta say those poems and those poets were dynamite tonight. So I got 5 haikus in a piece. And the haikus are related to jazz. And if you listen to jazz, you will recognize a lot of the titles that I use. Number 1, got a love supreme, but it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Number 2, made love to Misty in a dizzy atmosphere, feeling kind of blue. Number 3, round about midnight, Miles Davis made bitches brew, grazing in the grass. Number 4, Lulu's back in town for a Sunday kind of love, time to leave Laura. And number 5, at Mood Indigo, we were more than just friends, unforgettable. And this piece I wrote back in 2017, and I'm gonna just quickly go into the background of why I wrote it. We had an exhibition at the California African American Museum called the Evanescence by the artist Kenyatta Hinkle, which contained a series of paintings and pictures of African American women in nude whose bodies were disappearing. And her inspiration for this exhibit was the story of Lonnie Franklin, who was a serial rapist and murderer responsible for killing 12 Black women in South Central LA between 1985 and 2009. And from that story and Kenyatta's exhibition, I was inspired to write this piece called From the Deep Graves of Silence. From the deep grave of silence, a nameless Black woman shouted, "Take a long, hard look at my body and nude. Do not misconstrue the images of me dancing and posing without any clothes on for being a prostitute. Yeah, my body has been for sale on auction blocks across the states under America's jurisdiction. For centuries, I, along with countless Black girls and women, have been subjected to physical, sexual, and ideological crucifixion. But the perpetrators were not always wealthy men wearing the badge of white skin. As equally guilty were Black men, be they pimps, lovers, relatives, strangers, celebrities, or just friends. Can't you see all the spots and blemishes covering my flesh? Haven't you heard my screams and cries from being beaten to death? No? Are you sure? Or did you just close your ears? Well, I should not be at all surprised, because when it comes to the subject of Black women, the mainstream media tends to be deaf, dumb, and blind. God damn it, you look me in the eye when I'm talking to you. Don't you dare close your eyes or turn your head to avoid staring at the naked truth. You see, I am not, and I repeat, am not the embodiment of disgust and shame. I am not exposing my private parts to any man for his selfish gratification or monetary gain. I am stripping myself of all clothing as a revolutionary act against censorship and invisibility. I do so with the knowledge of leaving myself vulnerable to men insulting and assaulting me with their insensitivity. Yet, I stand here celebrating my Black body in the face of pain I endured that could not be numbed with anesthesia. I carry the burden of scars to America to awaken her from a comatose state of amnesia. Today, I continue to fight in this unending intellectual war waged by the media to blot out my existence and narrative. Homemade paintbrushes, permanent ink, canvas, and paper are the weapons I use to send my messages. Having long understood that visuals speak more than words, I came to the conclusion that images can never be quiet. Through art, I lift up my voice from the deep graves of silence. That's the piece.
Good job, man.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing with us this evening.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. All right. We're gonna keep this open mic going. Really fast. Before we do that, I used to say when I was hosting an open mic for this showcase I was a part of, I would call it like the power 30-minute open mic or the power hour open mic. I'm like, y'all don't get up here and do your mixtape. Don't do this. Just come up here and do the thing. So I don't know why I just had to interject and say that. Probably because I just wanted to be able to say weird things in between people tonight, and I didn't have a chance to do that until now. So yeah. Anyway, all right, we're gonna keep this thing going. Thank you to everyone who has spit so far on this open mic. Next up to our virtual stage, y'all put your hands together for Poetic Desire.
A wonderful night tonight, everyone. All right, I'm going to start with 2 haikus. Number 1, love my curves, don't you? Shapely view, flaunt sexiness felt within, love self. Number 2, eye of beholder sees beauty defined by one's perceptive optic. So this poem is called Charlatan Beauty. Don't look at her without her caked mask of makeup, for she is a charlatan beauty pretending her looks are natural and unaged. Her face sheathed with a protective layer of foundation which blends the imperfection she hides beneath the painted face she wears in public. She's afraid you may find out her real truth, that she is not as beautiful as she appears to be, that she is only a mirage of her lost youth, though you may never realize or even recognize the false facade her painted face bears. To hide this truth unknown to you, yet secretly known to her, the scars and blemishes she not only hides skin deep, but also hides those found deep within her fractured soul. Makeup gives her a false sense of security to flaunt her confidence of belief that she is a true beauty. For behind her smiling lips of sparkling lip gloss, will you never hear her speak of taunted insults she reflects on herself each morning in that bathroom mirror? Behind her glimmering eyes of colorful eyeshadows, will you never see what she sees through her own eyes, the colorful ways she perceives herself in the dark recesses of her mind? For those insecure thoughts she continually thinks of herself as that ugly Ursula sea witch, searching for that fountain of youth contained within the commercial lockets of beauty, just makes her blush as bright red as that which she sweeps across her cheeks, in shame for thinking of herself with such dismay, for she is insecure enough as it is that if she was to walk out without her face unmasked and exposed, she'd feel like a primitive beast roaming the wild jungle of society, prepared to snap her angry teeth at anyone who dares to look at her with unsightly repulsiveness, like she's that ill-looking, hideous hag of a queen from Snow White. And if you were to ever judge her or make drollery of her appearance of natural beauty, or say to her, you are not the fairest one of all, she'd beg of you to bite into her poisoned apple of death, for she is insecure enough as it is with her own taunts of insult to self. So for you to add insult to injury, to add confirmation to her self-humiliation, breaks down her guise behind closed doors as she weeps in silence, sorrowful that her natural beauty is not enough. Though they say beauty is only skin deep, hers is an ugliness she can't bear to see each day, an ugliness she can't bear to confess to others. So with each protective layer of makeup, she paints a mockery illusionist face to become that charlatan beauty. And then one more quick one, since it's really late right now. This one's called The Late Night Pandemonium Dance. Eyes pop wide open, you're alert, you're awake, that's what your body speculates. Yet out of sleep, eyelids uncover a sight unseen, yet seen and known, a vision you must solve alone. Your mind is dazed, vaguely confused, stuck in its own bewitching trance. Now begins the late night pandemonium dance. As you glance around a room so real, feeling non-existent, a virtual apparition, looking out upon a hallucinatory vision, you feel you've slept a good night's rest, so wouldn't you feel your mood enhance? Not if it's the late night pandemonium dance. Your mind distinctly recalls to memory the Sandman bringing to you sweet slumber at 6 p.m., your magical sleep-bound number. As you roll over to glance at a clock that now reads 8 o'clock in burning red digits, quickly you hustle and begin to fidget as outside the world appears to be dimming out, or is the world just beginning to awaken? Hard to tell if it's dawn or sunset's lighted ribbon. So as you begin to start your day, soon your awakened mind begins to solve this mystery of hallucinatory visions dissolved. So back to bed, you go once more. Eyes slowly close, you drift off to sleep, as sweet slumber upon you slowly creeps. But should you again awaken dazed, vaguely confused, stuck in your own bewitching trance, remember it could be another late night pandemonium dance. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Nice.
Poetic Desire, Easter Dodds. We were on a team together forever ago. It was a Battle of the Sexes team battle, and we beat the shit out of those dudes.
That was fun back then.
It was fun times. It was fun times.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing this evening. All right, we're gonna keep this going. We're halfway through the list. Y'all unmute. Please put your hands together for Ed Poetastic.
Woo!
All right, man, Eddie, poetastic, my brother.
All right, man, my poetic brother.
Oh, let's go.
How's my poets and poetresses doing? I hope they're doing poetastic.
Yes, sir.
We good, brother. We good, man.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro. Really appreciate it. Okay, I got one short piece and one long piece, but it's not gonna be too long. It'll be short and sweet. Okay, this is called Favorite Lady. Favorite Lady can't have just one. They're all strong, smart, and fun. They're all brighter than our sun. They're all carrying stuff that weighs a ton. They're all graceful, either standing or on the run. They all need to be admired when the days are done. Thank you. And here's another piece. It's called My Diamond Flower. My lovely flower, how much I love you. You love me when I'm green, purple, or blue. Getting lost in your eyes each day as I feel your warmth by the bay. Your face sparkles like the setting sun. My colorful emotion for you always run. Your skin is softer than marshmallows while riding days tides of highs and lows. Your body sturdier than any oak tree. Your smile shine with radiance and glee. I get energized by your sparkling ocean. Your hills and mountains stay in motion. Your hugs are surreal than a campfire, narrow years to fuel my small morning fire. I can still feel your divine grace, my flashy, shiny, lucent vase. Your radiant beauty haunts my dreams, the rainbow carp in my crisp stream. You always dance to midnight away, while your feet taps, kicks, and plays. Your mind is my celestial lighthouse that leaves me quieter than a mouse. Your brightness outshines my soul, turning my worries into pure gold. Your voice is clearer than the wind, blowing me without any easy end. Your inspiration gives me wings as you spin while you sing. My love for you is vast in space, while I get lost in your unearthly face. I adore you like the desert loves the rain. Your love melts away the frozen pains. Thank you.
Aw, Ed.
Good job, Ed.
For Ed.
Those are
Yeah,
lovely, man.
The romantic. He didn't come with us with that fireman stuff today, huh?
Right.
Wanted to give you them soft bars.
I got to get on your toes.
He gave us that soft pornography.
All right. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for sharing that with us this evening. All right, we got 4 more poets left in our open mic. I'm gonna bring up the next poet. He is my teammate, he is my brother. Y'all put your hands together for Jenna Mae Soldier.
Jenna Mae.
Jenna Mae.
Come
on,
Jenna Mae. I say stuff. How y'all doing?
Tear the house down.
I'm about to say the stuff. Hey, everybody. Edit this poem. No talking. Go straight to it. I'm trying to pull it back up and poems and shit. They are dying. They are dying. Folks. They are dying. They are dying for police to take over a story when God's eye wasn't watching. that sparrows, they are dying. Sight, lost light, such pain to behold the death of a son, daughter, they are dying on and on and on. Our phone, get out, flash, camera, click, pose for the program. Passed over aunties, passed out at the funeral. What we gonna do with a room full of context, clues, breadcrumbs that always lead back to blue eating black, bloody breadcrumbs that always lead black to blue, beating the black off you in a blur happened so fast. Thought they see white under your black, peel your muffin cap back blue. Bloods clean their cuticles and wash hands of blacks. The men scrubbed in the system like scour pad. No wonder black's favorite color is always depression. Foot kicking indoor, no need for warrant. Depression. Face up underground or face down on the floor. Depression. Tell me, pain and purge ain't what niggas hear. What niggas hear, we here to protect and serve Judas. Your words sound like a repurposed poplar tree, darkness underneath. Ain't it? Words sounds like a tree struggling to hold up my ancestors' neck. How strange they hang, you know, a little to the right. Spread around our necks, red. Robin Hood's justice of fixed eclipse, they are dying in the shadow of your color, blind, flash, camera, footage found after the body cam, black out, click, pose, hold, still, choke, hold, still. Voices, guilty by the color of skin, different shade of their next victim. A hashtag Bob Ross over a soul as white as corruption, a neck wrung red by blue collars, black out under white sheep mentality, red, right, nightstick, crack the blacks. Blue. Into the red, runs, red, rum, blue. Budget's always black, shields, excessive force when whitewash green every time another black light blown out by a good old boy in blue every time a black boy's joy is blown out at the visual. Black, gifted, young, drowning in an ocean of blue, red, light, bright system. Tell me you don't kind of scope the kaleidoscope, the cycle, the sad pattern. Simon Simple, asking questions like if a mother I choose thrice in a tissue at her child's funeral. It's a soul waving a white flag. Tell me, can God give her peace or just another piece of chicken wonder why he ain't intercede? Maybe the Trinity's debating over whether she needs a bless you or blessing. Say grace over the grease-stained grief. Evidence is in this repast. Napkins, bless me. Brainwashing flash. Camera, click, remain ever ready. Pose, standing in pools of blood, remain ever ready. Why the ground is thirsty. And drinking us up by the gallon without a breath. One swallow. We are today. To them that are dying, fertilizer in the field. I admit I felt Emmett Till. I still feel Emmett still. Like one brush of color couldn't cause my open casket to be Picasso'd. My soul for the world to see. Camera, click, pose. When you picture the them, the they that are dying, do you see your one black friend in your whistle? Or just the rest of us, you know, them dying. Thank you.
Y'all unmute, clap it up for Jenna Mae Soldier. That's my teammate. That's my teammate.
Hey everybody, I've been listening. I love it. The show was amazing. And I'm gonna stop saying the stuff because I know we got a people.
Oh, I just saw that he popped up and then he popped back out. All right. Really fast. Speaker wanted me to announce this. This will be on YouTube tomorrow. This is being recorded. I probably should have said that at the beginning of this, but I did not. Host flubs, it happens. But yeah, you'll be able to find this tomorrow on the YouTubes. Yeah. So without further ado, we have 3 more poets on our open mic list. Y'all unmute, put your hands together for Chanson.
Chanson, my brother.
All right, Chanson, let's go.
How you doing? I have 2 poems tonight. The first one is called The ABCs of Heartbreak. All my life, I've wanted true love, but I've been tainted with I love what you do for me, chased with tasteless kisses and careless romance, devastated by infidelity and verbal abuse. Emotionally disturbed, I became. Funeral bells would tell me, funeral bells were told for me. I wished God take me in my sleep. I cried. Heaven knows I didn't want to live through that. I thought about driving into opposing traffic just to take the pain away. Kingdom business has me here today. Love was a stranger to my address. Mail was always marked return to sender. Never did I know that pain like that existed. Open was the abyss my heart sank into, pulsating and crying for relief. Questions I had for the divine concerning my life. Resonating was God's presence during this time. Soaked was my emotional pillow with tears. Till the day I was set free under the auspices of a disgusting revelation, verified by her own words. Would I have strength to walk up the door? X, she became to me immediately. You're dead to me, I thought. Zeal for freedom kept me away. And then the second poem is called These Hands. These hands once exhibited low motor skills, sweat like pigs in the summer's heat, or freeze without notice. These hands held my bottle of milk, held a fork to eat. These hands tried to tie a knot in my laced shoes after dressing myself for school. These hands have known embraces and tightly gripped other hands. These hands have wiped my weeping eyes after many a broken heart. These hands have been swollen from high blood pressure and ached from carpal tunnel. These hands fold to pray and extend toward heaven when our holy worship. Thank God for these hands. Thank you.
Man, that was dope.
Oh, Chanson, we love you.
Love you too.
I'll clap it up for Chanson one time.
All right.
So much for that. All right, 2 more poets. Bringing up this next poet. She is also going to be in the Wheelhouse Slam on Monday. She is on Kimberly Shaw's team. I'm really excited to hear her tonight. Y'all unmute, put your hands together for Miss Zany.
Miss Zany, let's go.
All right. Alrighty. I was born by a river, right off the avenue. Born to a naval soldier, she was perplexed that out of her womb was a girl. Her firstborn, she was having trouble with providing a name for me, yet she was so excited about the long list of boys' names imagined. She had not a clue what to do. No family or friends. She could not ask loved ones for no advice. So she didn't think twice. After the naval doctors mentioned that I was special, the needs of a child coming into this world out of wedlock were more important than how on earth she was going to raise a daughter she never intended to have. Hell, the woman practically raised brothers, had to take care of mother because father was barely home. So alone she was in a hospital room, grateful to the 2 naval nurses whose names I currently possess for assisting this girl, the one and only in the entire world with a name that's so beautiful you'll never forget once it is told. Alrighty. So that first piece was Birth to Me. And my second piece is Enabler. To the first drink you had me try, when neither of us should have had it. Not strong, yet tasty, just the way I like them. Though we were working through our troubles, breathing, we take our first sips, laughs, hugs, and kisses. Before you know it, I'm intoxicated with the way you grab and pull my hair. I smack your face. You grab a hold of my neck with your hand. Between the bites, scratches, and marks left on my body from anything that we were able to use to inflict pain, receiving the range of emotions from gratification to lust, and even confusion, to put myself through borderline torture. Seems like I've bitten off more than what I can chew, yet the enabler keeps me coming for more. Thank you.
Woo! Woo!
Okay.
Zany. Zany. All right, y'all, we are down to our final poets in our open mic tonight. So y'all welcome back to the virtual stage, Miss Kimberly Shaw, the closer.
She gonna close us up tonight, huh? Close up.
Hey y'all. So I was going to give y'all Trendy, if y'all would give me a minute to get that up. I thought I had a little bit more time to get that up. So let me look for that right quick. And then if I may perform my other poem again, because I have changed it to add Ray Jane into that poem. I didn't want to leave any one of you phenomenal poets out of this poem. So that's what I did. And we might need to just go ahead with the poem that I already got ready and then find Trendy later, because I don't know what my computer is doing right now. So that's what we're gonna do. Women's March. Come on, women. This is our march. On your mark, get set, go. Kill 'em, girl. It's our world. Let's show them why women always been great. Poetry ain't dead. As long as our pens bled, we could be a verb bender, bending them till they break, bending them till they break, bending them till they break free like Cassandra is free. The first time I heard her, she summoned her sermon. I was redeemed. She said, it's miraculous indeed. Close the house down like Kimberly Shaw, the closer. Open it back up for the next poet to hit the cipher. I believe that was Cassandra, and forgive me, but that woman's so dope, so nice. I had to mention her twice. Fall in love when Steph Love spit it, so quick with it, so lit it. She lit up with her literature. She lit up after the open mic and burned her blunt. She sipping cerveza, blunt was trauma to la cabeza. After her literary devices left me for dead, get all up in your head like cerebellum mental, blowing your mentals the way she pushed her pencil. Oh yeah, we've been dope. I've been seeing the prophecy. We could be poet laureate like KaNikki. Excuse me, the first Black poet laureate in her side of the city of Alexandria, VA. Oh no, she don't play. We on our Obama shit. Yes, we can. Blow the minds of Americans like the poet Khan can. We ready, we willing and more than able to step to the mic, show up, show and prove, show the world the hill we climb at inaugurations like Amanda Gorman. Respect the flow of the woman that makes you say, whoa, man, and yes, this bitch got bars, you better spit. Tik-Tok, you don't stop. Give her all the snaps. Black women come through with that read. Come through with the poems, poet. Come through with the motherfucking poems, poet. Come on, La Bruja, speak, poet. La Bruja, what kind of sorcery is she? Sweeping me off my feet with her broom. Now we under her spells and poetic potions. Swift feet caught the Holy Ghost, and we praise God for her. We praise God for her literary notions. Let the church say amen. I second that emotion. I might need a Miller Lite or a Miller High Life. Ask Steph to pass the blunt so I could fuck with this high life after Miss Kim B. Miller kills this mic. Shout out to Tonie Sheeley, spitting her vulnerability so freely. Ray Jane, be the G.I. Jane the world needs. She start out so sweet, then flips the script and get gully with that voice, speaking guttural sounds, and she needs to drop that album and quit playing. LOL, I'm just playing, but we love you, Queen. You and all of your many facets, you and all your poetic talents, you cut from the same cloth as Shane Manier. I know she got some brand new bars for your ear. Thank you for all you do for the poetry community and even yours too, my dear. You be the gorilla poet of the year. Fuck that, the century, and look at Mattie G. I already know she can do it like we, because she bends verbs in her sleep. So when she woke, she even woke by. Oh my, don't you dare change this channel. Look at this panel. We lady, we femininity, we poetry when our lips are in motion, moving in gazelle motion, wet liquid motion. You entranced by the superstellar motion, our poetic motion. This our shit. This our march. We on our march. We been ready. We been set. We won't stop going. And you better motherfucking know it. Yes. Let me try to
You
find
better
Kimberly, shut a
motherfucking know it.
Yes.
yes.
The
How's
closer.
the operation? Are now closed.
The closer.
So I'm gonna try to find trendy because I did the mother load of all mothers earlier in my set. And one thing that I do with my poetry style is I like to make references to poems I already wrote and even the ones I ain't wrote yet. That's just how dope I am. So I referenced the poem Trendy in that poem when I said matriarchs ain't gotta be trendy, but they always a style. So I'm gonna give y'all trendy tonight. Out with the old, in with the new, out with the old, in with the new. What you know about those things that used to be in, fresh, dope, not anymore. Trendy comes and trendy goes. First it was car phones, beepers, and cordless phones. Now cell phones have transformed into smartphones, but don't leave home without it. Fuck an American Express. These days, Americans express themselves on social media platforms via trendy, expensive devices, including smartphones, PCs, laptops turned Chromebooks, snapping pics for the book or IG. We carry tablets and phablets in our pockets. We pay for things with digital currency. My answering machine died a quick and forgettable death. Now I got voicemail, and even that is on its way out. In 2019, we'd rather read the voicemail transcripts from our smartphone screens or hit the person right back. I don't get it, but I'm on Reddit. No, I haven't read it, but I added it to Pocket and Snapchat. Forget it. We using Telegram to correspond, or you can send me a digital postcard because it's trendy. No snail mail or email. Tell me in a DM or at me on Twitter. Speaking of trendy, let's talk about food. What are you eating these days? What's your label going to say? Omnivore, herbivore, don't want no more. Raw food, vegan, cooked food is poison. Vegetarians aren't cool anymore. Flexitarians do it better, and pescatarians like it wetter. So get off the turf. Right now, it's trendy to be vegan, but what's next? We eat and drink invisible food. What's on tap for entertainment? I saw you on the tube. You saw me on TV? Nah, fool, YouTube. It's trendy to watch TV on devices that aren't TVs. Even that has evolved from black and white to color. No more floor models. Now we flat screen, mixing, and in HD. We like our TVs with curves, and the more inches, the better. Need a date, no personal ads. Hop on Tinder, but don't be late. If you want to grind her, you better have Grinder because Adult Friend Finder is obsolete. Or you can use Plenty of Fish to find the perfect mate to make your life complete. Sometimes old school classics just can't compete with new school shit. Out with the old, in with the new. Out with the old, in with the new. I thought you knew, but you ain't new. We like to be trendy. Thank you.
Y'all Get up, Kim Shaw Clover.
Kill it.
Thank
Ooh,
y'all.
Closer.
She killed that.
Yes.
That does conclude our show for this evening. I do want to shout out Mr. Speaker. This is his platform. This is his Zoom. This is his thing. Zoom Serenades, I believe, are pretty much like every Saturday. I just know that he has all of the events and he puts them on very well. So thank you so much, Mr. Speaker, for having me host this evening. Thank you to all of the poets that touched the mic, to our features for this evening, and to our spectators. Oh my gosh, like this was a great, great night. So thank you, thank you, thank you for spending your evening with us. Mr. Speaker, do you have any commercial break that you want to say?
Erotic show next Saturday. Got an
Erotic show.
Saturday. We're trying to pick it up a little later after Kim's 2-hour feature. We'll get it in.
We gotta. All right, so we're gonna be doing the erotic things after Kim's feature. Gotcha. Word. Word. Well, that's that, you guys. I don't have any cool little things that I'm gonna do to close this, but I do want to just say thank you. Follow me on the things, SLFIVE on Instagram, Stephanie Lask on Facebook. I don't really like Facebook, I'm just gonna be honest. I'm on Facebook, but for the things. But I love Twitter, so Steph_love500 on the twit. Find me. I like Twitter. But yeah, that's all I got. We're gonna be on YouTube tomorrow. And thank you guys. Have a good evening. Bye.
Peace out. Until next time.
Bye. Good night.
Woo!
Good night, y'all.
Good night. You're gonna be performing for 2 hours next week?
Probably not really 2 hours, but it is gonna be long.
Yeah.
I'll just let y'all know it's gonna be long. It's probably gonna be like at least an hour some change. Maybe not quite.
It's all good. I'm just playing with you. You can do 2 hours if you want. I'm all ears.
Yeah. I have some poems that are 20 minutes long, so yeah.
Damn. I think I'll die if I wrote like 10 pages of poems. That's like epics.
That's what I do. I write epic poems. So yes, y'all gonna get all the epic poems next Saturday on this feature. Yes.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Yes, I'd love to see you there.
Yeah.
But yes, thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this event. And I look forward to getting that YouTube link later on.
Yeah, I'm trying to save this chat for you now. I'm just trying to figure it out. I got it.
Oh, okay. I appreciate you for that. Thank you.
Brother Midnight, how's it going, brother?
You was kind of quiet tonight, Midnight.
Okay. I'm good. I'm driving home. I enjoyed the tour, everything,
Oh, okay.
I was in there, but I'm driving right here. So yeah, if y'all, I'll be putting some instant messages out because my platform is this Wednesday. Put it in the chat, 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. That way, folks could sign up for the New Eurekan and then shoot on over to my spot.
Cool.
All right.
Hey man, those haikus you did on Thursday were dope, man.
I appreciate it. I love my haiku, man.
Yes.
Yeah,
I had to bring that haiku energy to this event too. So yes. And I like yours too, Abraham.
Hey man, I learned from the best, man.
Abraham already got me beat, man. I was trying to encourage him to do haiku, but he got me beat already. So I'm just in a the background. I'll open for his haiku show so he could take the stage.
Hey man,
Yeah.
I'm trying to start for more acronym pieces though, like like I have came up with acronyms for each month of the year and each day of the week.
Yeah, that was dope. That was dope.
Yeah. So for those who follow me on Instagram, you'll see them on my Instagram page.
All right, good night, folks.
All right, Mr. Speaker.
All right,
See you
Mr.
next
Speaker.
time.